And we are live! Hi everyone! Hello, Void. Nah. Oh man, the finale! Oh my gosh, we got here so quick! To be fair, this game is pretty short compared to the others, but... Oh, I'm so looking forward to it! We're finally gonna reveal that tune behind everything! Oh my gosh. Ugh. With such a cliffhanger we ended on. We finally knew what happened 7 years ago, and then suddenly... Hiya, Nehru! We're finally gonna figure out what the whole story is behind the events. What happened last stream? You weren't there last stream, but my gosh. The roller coaster of emotions that happened there. Oh well, I hope you've all been doing well. Slightly aghast you're already this far in the game. I just finished the section you're starting at yesterday. What? Are you sure you don't want to spoil yourself, Nehru? I am also very surprised. But, yeah. I am a good lawyer after all. I do know how to solve those mysteries. Yeah. That's what happens when you have like 2 set times to require you to play a game. To be fair, if you get that far, I'm gonna postpone watching for the VOD. Yeah, that's completely fine. Because today, I think... Hi, Ikachu! Welcome to the stream. You were just about to start. But you do you, you're on a roll. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Today we are going into the Matrix, or... That's what the game calls the Mason system. What? How does this fit into the game? It's like... Also, we'll be away for a bit since I'm baking a game. Cake! Oh man, what a typo. No worries, no worries. I have a feeling things are gonna get spicy today. And also very confusing. Let's go. The Mason system. That trial 7 years ago was the beginning of it all. This I know beyond a doubt. The mysteries of the past work their magic on the present. But you'll soon be finding all of this out for yourself. Okay. Which of Magnifique Grimori's disciples pulled that trigger? Where did the vanishing defendant, Zach Grimori, go? What dark truth lurks behind the forged diary page? Oh, juicy. And what about the girl who was left behind? Oh, here we go! Like, look at this! Where are we? The past left us these 4 keys to unlocking the truth. Okay. Ah! But that's not all. There are 4 keys in the present as well. Maybe that is Phoenix's secret mission. And when all the questions have found their answers, the final trial will begin. But first, you must chase the truth to then and now. Think of it as a game. A game within a game, seriously. I, Phoenix Wright, will be your guide through this game. Where did you go? How did you get in here? What? What is this? Oh my gosh, I'm already so confused. That terrible trial saw me present forged evidence. It ended half finished when the defendant vanished. What became of me after that? As your investigation proceeds, the answer will become clear. Oh, and one more thing. There is something I must tell you. As Apollo Justice has his bracelets, so too do I have my own weapon of sorts. Magatama! My Magatama! Yes! Oh my gosh! Oh, I thought we were never gonna use that. To be fair, we've been playing an Apollo Justice game, not a Phoenix Wright game. What does it do, you ask? I think I know what it does, Phoenix. That I will have you see for yourself. Well now, shall we begin? It's Q&A to jump between the past and the present. But let's begin 7 years ago. In the past. It is right after my last trial came to an abrupt end. Now that you know the game, let's play. Alrighty. Okay, so... we have 4 files. But which one to start with? Let's just start in the detention center, I guess. Okay, the nightmare trial was over. And the new nightmare of figuring out what had happened had just begun. I wanted to wake up, to walk away. But I figured I'm the only one who could do this. Probably. And besides, I had plenty of time. I was fired after all. Thanks to the Bar Association Review Board's decision. It's hard to work when your attorney's badge has been taken away. Aww. And now we're at the detention center. Visitor's room. What strange sight does mine eyes behold? Hi, Valant. Excuse me? 2 men on either side of a single transparent pane. Yet it seems fickle fate has switched sides, so to speak. The forger of fate walks freely, while the innocent languishes within these plexiglass confines. There's been no proof that I forged anything. Nor proof that I took the life of my dear mentor. Yet, these chains cannot hold me for long. The stage awaits. And what, may I ask, awaits you? A little piano in a cold little hole in the wall. But since you are here, what shall we discuss? The shooting of Magnific Ramari, for one. Who pulled the trigger? Valant or his partner Zach? His partner vanished before the answer could be found. If I'm going to get any closer to the truth, this is his place to start. Okay. I guess I started in the right place. Start cooking dinner, we'll bring the stream to the kitchen. Oh, no worries! Good luck with cooking. And wish me luck trying to get the truth out of this man. I have to hand it to my partner. He knows how to make an exit. That's talent. Yes, he made my attorney's badge disappear and he never even touched it. Glory's spotlight always leaves someone weeping in the shadows. Yet his very disappearance is itself a revelation. Revealing what? Zach Ramari killed Magnifi. It's as good as a signed confession. That's certainly been a public opinion's take on it. I grow tired of my cage, and the time of my release is near. I must go and prepare. Planning on jumping back into the magic right away? As long as an audience waits with bated breath, there will be Valant. And also, yes? Now that my partner has disappeared, Magnifi's repertoire is mine. Valant Grimari has a tradition to uphold. Is that true? Seen in this light, the trial was quite good to me. Verdict or no. And you can't pay for that kind of publicity. I kind of have a feeling that you shot him. Blackmail. The suspicion on you hasn't lifted entirely, Valant. After all, you received one of those letters too. You were just as obligated to follow Magnifi's instructions as your partner. That's true. So I was, but only Zach Ramari followed them. As you claim, but Zach said that he shot the clown and left with Magnifi alive, so... it's like Schrodinger's cat. I believe. Let us not speak anymore of who shot what. Now that my partner has vanished, the question is moot. I'm more interested in learning something else, actually. What might that be? I want to know what Magnifi had up his sleeve. How could he coerce you and your partner to kill him? The trick up his sleeve. Perhaps you do not know. Know what? A great magician never reveals his secrets. Whoa. 4? I didn't think it would be that easy. 4 right off the bat? The audience must remain forever in the audience, bathing in the reflected glow of the spotlight. A Magatama, one of my most prized possessions, which I got during a certain case. It can show me locks on people's hearts. And if I can unlock their hearts, they'll tell me their secrets. The Magatama starts it all, and the Magatama ends it. Challenge accepted. Yes, but, I don't think I can unlock all 4 of those immediately. I think I need more information. What's in defendant lobby number 2? 7 years ago, this record. Defendant lobby number 2. I didn't think I'd be back here for a while. I didn't want to have to remember that day. Ugh. Though I deeply regret having to declare a verdict in this way, this trial is over. Ah, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Zack. There is one thing I wish to make clear. Today, in this courtroom, you cannot declare me guilty. What are you talking about? I am talking about this! It just disappeared! But Mr. Enigma! The defendants escaped. Find him, quick! Bailiff, close all exits from the building. On the double! He must not be allowed to escape! Okay. When I came here on that fateful morning, I still had my badge, but now... like an amputated limb, I can still feel it itching. Aww. Where do I start? I don't even have the authority to investigate. Hey, you there, sir! Oh my gosh! Meekins? Oh my gosh, it's been so long since we saw him! What are you doing here? Down your hands! Floor your head! No, no, no! What's the big idea? My ears. Ow, my ears. No authorized personnel aren't allowed in here! But that would mean all unauthorized personnel are allowed. I just say it like it is, sir. And it's usually wrong. Oh, you haven't changed at all. Thrown out of the precinct. Lost my friends, my girl, and even my mom. Oh my gosh, seriously? Oh, this poor man. We've met before, haven't we? On a case 2 years ago? No recollection of that, sir! Huh? For me, working on a case is always in the present progressive tense, sir. There is no past, there is only now, sir! Okay, okay, okay. You're the bailiff, right? Yes, sir! Court Bailiff Mike Meekins, that's your service, sir! I still remember when you were an officer. I've asked to meet with the bailiff at this court who will let the magician escape. Let me try to make this as absolutely clear as possible for you, sir. It was me! Sir. But you were a regular police officer once, right? But he said so. Sometimes bad things happen to good people, sir. Something tells me it's a long story. Let's not go there. So you were in charge of security at the time of the vanishing. I'm dying over here! Oh, it's a hard knock life, sir! Thrown out of the precinct. Lost my friends, my girl, and even my wallet. I guess I wasn't the only victim. Oh, this poor man. All he has left is just a job as a bailiff. The last time we met, you were a police officer, right? In fact, you're still wearing your uniform. Sir, I wish I didn't have to tell you this. But last year, tragedy struck a rising star at the precinct. I lost my case files 4 times.
In 3 days, they fired me.
Oh, gosh. That takes real talent, actually. They don't know what they're missing.
So here I am, sir, forced to start from square one, a lowly bailiff.
But your uniform...
I took it with me as a souvenir the day I was fired.
Ah, yes. The best way to leave a job. Just steal things. Clarity, don't steal from people when you're fired. Dang, he's clumsy or really unlucky. I think he is both. That can't be legal. I don't think it is. So, you were the one who let the magician get away that day?
I'm dying! Over here! A star rises among the court bailiffs, full of hope. Then, tragedy strikes.
Is there anything you can tell me about it? About Zach Ramori's disappearance?
Oh, the humanity!
That's enough of that. Oh my gosh, he is very distressed.
Why, yes, I'd say it was around 2 p.m. when I heard a commotion in court. I opened the door to see what might be amiss. The door slams open, slam, as though Garm's face is right there in front of me. Face!
So you saw someone suspicious coming your way?
Yes, and I, being a bailiff of little standing, I gave chase. I chased that silk hat all the way down the hall, sir.
I have a diagram of the court building here. Ah!
Aha! There's courtroom number 7. That's where I was, sir. All by myself, never a friend to call my own.
Okay, and which way did Zach Ramori run after bursting through the courtroom door?
He went up like this and ran around the corner like that. So I, with no delay, ran after him with no delay. When I turned the corner, I saw the magic man run into the defendant lobby. Swiftly, I ran. Following him, I threw myself boldly into the room. Why, I remember it like it was right here. Because it was lobby number 2, sir.
You ran into this room? I don't see any place to hide in here.
Believe it or not, sir, I didn't believe it. Here, in this room, the magician, gone, vanished like a puff of smoke. Except there wasn't even any smoke. He was just gone.
That's impossible.
Yes, that word. Oh, how many times have I said that word? Even the sound of it caused me indescribable pain. I'm dying. I'm dying over here.
Oh my gosh, he's so dramatic. Okay, I won't say it again, I promise. But you have to admit, it's difficult to vanish into thin air. Did you search the lobby?
I searched.
Why the pause?
There was nothing here at all, sir. That's right, nothing was here, sir.
How can you talk so loud and still be hiding something? The vanishing trick. He knows how it is done. So Zach was in this room when he vanished.
Absolutely, sir. I saw with my own eyes. That rat silk hat, that flowing cape. He ran right in here, right inside this room.
Silk hat cape. That's Zach, all right.
But sir, look at the room. There's not a single place to hide. Sir, there was nothing I could do, but nothing, sir.
What about now? Have any ideas?
Sir! Ideas about what exactly, sir? If you don't mind me asking.
You've had quite a bit of time since then. Has something occurred to you at all? Do you have any idea what trick he might have used to disappear like that? I think he knows. Yep, there it is! 2! Psyche locks, I should have known. Okay. I need... What do I have? I have the evidence of the trial. I don't think I have anything that proves the disappearing act. So that's a dead end as well. This is a really good start to my investigations. But Let's go to the law offices, shall we? Oh, the old office. 7 years ago. Rights and co-law offices.
Oh, morning, Daddy!
Ah, I'm so glad you came.
You okay, Daddy? They picking on you?
Ha 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 ha! I am fine, as always. This old boy here is to help me, after all.
That's young man to you. Good morning. That's a cute outfit you have on.
Thanks! My first show's today, after all!
She's so adorable! 2 weeks had passed since then. I called her into my office. Okay. Trucy, there's something we need to talk about. Oh, she looks so sad. It's been 2 weeks since your father disappeared. We need to start thinking about your future. I did some calling around. That is hard to say. This is hard to say, but you have no living relatives. Oh my gosh. So, I was wondering if you wanted to stay with me for a while. Just until your daddy comes home. It won't be long. It will be long. It will be 7 years. I hope. Of course, it's totally your choice. If you don't like it here, you can go wherever you'd like. I could look up some places you might like to stay at. This is so weird.
Mr. Attorney, Daddy told me about you. He said I could trust you.
Really? Oh my gosh, I'm echoing again. Huh? Really?
So, if I stay here, does that mean you'll be my family?
Yeah. I guess so? Getting weirder.
Mr. Attorney.
Actually, why don't you call me Nick? Oh my gosh, the nickname. Or you can call me Daddy if you'd like. It doesn't have to be today or anything.
Okay, say Daddy.
Wow, quick. That was quick. That was quick. Yes?
If I move here, I have to switch schools, right? And I was thinking, I haven't paid for my lunches at my last school for a year.
What?
So thanks, Daddy.
And there goes my savings.
Oh, and this office? It's a little blah. A little color goes a long way, you know? Oh, and Daddy, you got fired from work, right? Don't you worry one bit. I'll work twice as hard. We'll make it through this.
Oh, she's so adorable. But you working? You are a child. Trucy, how old are you? Someone is very comfy already. Yeah, she really does. A little too comfy to be like the second you walked in here. Trucy, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 8. But don't let appearances deceive you. I'm a young professional. Stick with me and you'll do just fine, Daddy.
Thanks. Why does it feel like she's already in charge? Because she already is, I think.
So, Daddy, you got fired from being a lawyer, right?
You could at least kind of look aside or something when you say that. It's actually kind of hard for me, for Daddy. Yeah, I don't have money for rent this month, you see. We're gonna have to ration things out for a bit. Took over the business in 5 minutes, she really did.
Oh, I'm sorry, Daddy. Wait, is that foolish pride? My other daddy always used to talk about that.
Actually, that's pretty accurate.
So, here's my idea. We'll make a new office. Law just seems so stiff, doesn't it? And no one will be my friend at school that way.
Oh my gosh. Well, that won't do, I guess. I just don't know how much about anything other than law. Or even much about law, if you were to ask some people.
Maybe the problem is calling it an office. We should run an agency instead.
You mean like a talent agency? Forgive me for asking, but doesn't that require talent?
You've got me. You've got me, don't ya? I'm a professional.
A professional?
Yup. After all, I am directly descended from the famous Sakramari.
Directly descendant. He's your father.
Oh, and now I'm directly descended from the famous Phoenix Wright too.
Ah! She knows just the right words to say. She's so cute. I think an 8-year-old just massaged my ego. I wanted to say massacre, but no, she gave us a compliment for once. Could you tell me a bit more about your daddy, Zach Grimori?
Daddy? Sure thing, Daddy.
Which daddy was that again?
Daddy's so amazing. The biggest star of Trip Grimari. And they're big.
The Grimoris, they were on television a lot. Haven't seen them on much recently, come to think of it.
Big magic happens when you put Zack and Violet Grimari together, you know? Once they made a giant waterfall right there on stage. And this giant trout swam up the giant waterfall.
Let me guess, there was a giant fisherman waiting for him at the top?
I wish I could have seen more of Daddy's magic.
She switches from being like so happy and cute to being so depressed. I shouldn't have brought it up so soon.
I wonder what'll happen to me with Daddy and Mommy both gone.
Mommy? Yeah, what about Mommy? I haven't heard anything about Trucy's mother.
But I have my magic and a great daddy, even if he is unemployed.
Oh my gosh, that is a great sentence. I have a great daddy, even if he is unemployed. Oh, that was cute. Children and their emotions are complicated. Yeah, that's true.
You know, I think things are going to be okay.
I wonder if she'll talk about her mother. Let's see. Could you tell me about your mommy, if it's okay?
Mommy was so pretty. She was like an angel up on stage.
On stage? You mean with your daddy?
Yep. She was always there with Zack and Valen, smiling. But then she went away.
Went away?
It was a grand illusion. But she made a mistake. She vanished. And I guess she didn't know how to get back.
The shootout in the beginning! I will never forget that. Maybe so.
I cried then. A lot. That's when Daddy gave me this. Here.
If I'm thinking what I'm... I knew it! It was Lamra who was the third magician! This is your mother? She's beautiful. She is Lamarar! She is Trucy's mother! How did that happen? We will figure out how that came to be. You have to be patient, Mia.
Her name's Thalassa. Thalassa Grimari.
Poor girl. I didn't know her mommy has gone missing. And now her daddy's vanished too, right before her eyes.
Hey, Daddy. You won't?
No! I will never! Don't worry. I won't vanish. I promise.
Right. You can't even do magic. You're like a backup plan. Daddy always said to have a backup plan.
I guess all I rate as is a backup plan. The plot thickens indeed. Thanks a photo of Trucy's mother, Thalassa. Okay, what is the professional you're talking about? So, Trucy, you're a professional.
Yes, it's like that thing they say. Baby frogs grow up to be frogs?
They say that?
I always thought it was funny, though.
What was?
Aren't baby frogs called tadpoles? Maybe they thought it would be easier to understand that way for kids.
How stupid! Right, so in conclusion, you're a professional magician, TuMiiA.
That's right. Well, wanna see a trick?
You're going to do a magic trick? Yeah, show me! Actually, I would like to see your trick. The future of the agency depends on it, after all.
That's the spirit?
Yeah, we're gonna treat this as this girl's audition, even though we are automatically going to accept her.
Ready? Here goes! Ta-da!
She had the hat! Hey, folks, it's Mr. Hat. I gotta say, it's good to be seen. She had it before. She had it from the beginning. Oh, that is so adorable. Ah! Whoa, that was startling.
The amazing Mr. Hat! Isn't he great?
Your friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat, at your service. He certainly makes an impression.
Doesn't he? I'm so glad you like him, Daddy.
Though my routines do get a bit heady at times. Huh? Get it? Heady! My friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat nearly gave me a heart. I see! I think I know what to do with him. I think that's probably enough for today. Sorry to ask you so much all at once like that.
It's okay. After all, we're family. I just hope you're ready. The Right Talent Agency opens tomorrow.
What? But are we representing anyone?
Me and you. That makes two, Daddy.
I think you need more than that to make an agency. Besides, you may be a magician, but I'm no talent.
Oh, I'm sure that's something you're good at.
Well, when you put it that way...
You mean you don't have any tricks? No old standbys? This will not do! A boy should always have a trick or two in his pocket.
Okay. I'll think of something.
That's the spirit! See you bright and early tomorrow, Daddy!
Welcome to the team, Daddy-o! The team. Right. Oh. Sometimes when magicians vanish, they leave something behind. That's how TuMiiA became TuMiiA Right, my daughter. To be honest, I was pretty lost those first few days. Thinking back on it, it was a pretty dark time in my life. But TuMiiA, happy, smiling TuMiiA, she was my light. Aww! That was beautiful. Okay, you can clear these. I think I know what to clear next. I have a feeling I know how the magic trick works. What? New visuals! Okay, let's do this. The disappearing trick. Okay, Mr. Meekins. What do you know? Spit it out.
Hey! Ooh, what's with the atmosphere in here all of a sudden?
You know something and I'm going to find out what. Zach Ramari vanished from this room. How did he do it?
How, sir? Well, sir, I can't say as I... Sir!
Why are you so nervous if you aren't hiding something?
Well, sir, you see, at the time, sir, I was here and... Listen, it was impossible. What could such a little girl possibly do anyway?
What did you just say?
Sir, did I just say something, sir?
No, you screamed it through that megaphone of yours. There was someone else in the room, wasn't there?
Sir, I'm going to have to invoke my right to remain in a state of not talking.
That is the right to remain silent, Meekins. It's okay, Meekins. You don't have to tell me who Zach's accomplice was. I know who was here in this room that day. TuMiiA.
Sir, I've never seen that girl until just the other day.
Mr. Meekins, I'm not buying it.
Sir!
Yeah, it was TuMiiA.
Sir, that day, she was here, in the room, sir. But he wasn't.
You mean you chased her into this room, not him?
Sir, in my days as a police officer, literally days, I learned a thing or two. Okay, just one thing. But it was how not to mistake a girl for a 7-foot-tall magician.
7 feet? Zack isn't that tall, is he? You have a point. I find it hard to imagine that anyone would mistake a little girl for Zack Romari. But you saw something. And therein lies the trick. I think you know what it was, Mr. Meekins. Tell me, does this trick look familiar? Da 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 da!
What's that?
That girl's favorite trick, the amazing Mr. Hat. She uses it in her show down at the Wonder Bar. Have you been to the Wonder Bar?
So, it wasn't a waking dream, was it, sir?
Come again?
That night on stage, I saw a vision, except it wasn't a vision. It was a hat! An amazing Mr. Hat! He really exists!
Yes! Yes, yes, yes! We did it! Unlock successful! Okay, that was the trick. It was Trucy!
I remember it clearly, though the details are a little vague. Zack Romari exited the courtroom. I gave chase and cornered him into the corner room, sir! Zack Romari, don't even think you can escape Meekins! Down on your hands! Floor on your head!
He was so taken aback. He did that. He spoke too quickly.
Hello?
Something the matter, mister?
No, that is... Sir, I'm currently chasing a suspect, sir!
That's a little girl, Meekins.
Zack Romari, do you know him?
Oh, I love Zack Romari. His magic is the best. I'm his biggest fan.
I see. That's why you're wearing that costume you're wearing. Anyway, the very same Zack came into this room.
But no one's been in here except me.
But he has to be in here, somewhere. Under the sofa, in the trash can, behind the painting, under the rug.
I imagine that he... Every time he says that, you just immediately see him, like, checking that place. So, like, under the sofa, you see him just looking under the sofa. Under the rug, he lifts up the rug. So, Trucy was his accomplice.
Imagine my astonished surprise when, 1 week later, I just happened to walk into a bar and see him!
Mr. Hat.
I couldn't believe my own eyes! For a while, I thought it had all been a long dream.
A dream that lasted a week?
But it wasn't the magician who disappeared. It was Mr. Hat!
Though it seems complex, what really happened that day was quite simple. You were standing by the door, and out came Zack. But that wasn't all. Another person got in on the act, and she was standing in front of lobby number 2. Ah, along with Mr. Hat.
Ah, and that's the beauty of it, isn't it?
So, while you are standing in shock and amazement, the magician rounds the corner. And most likely runs through the closest door into lobby number 1. Yeah, I think Trucy already opened the doors for him to make his escape even quicker so he can close the doors immediately. This is where you come in. You turn the corner in a rather lukewarm pursuit. And at that very moment, Trucy runs into lobby number 2. Then all she has to do is tuck away the amazing Mr. Hat.
Sir, I only lost sight of it for the briefest moments. Then I saw that cape. Zack Romari's red cape, flowing like a cape. Astounding, sir! All my days of posing inquiries and making inquiries and chasing quarries wasted. It was as if it was as if I could see them melting away like an ice cream cone left by the side of the road to die.
To die? Oh my gosh!
Or the scattered remains of a messily eaten chocolate parfait.
Such sweet sorrows. Oh, poor Meekins. I'm sorry. I had no idea how much it suffered on account of this case.
It's an honor, sir! I've apologized to people many, many times. Sometimes more than once. But this is the first time anyone ever apologized to me!
Actually, about that girl. I'm sort of her guardian now.
Is that so?
What are you thinking?
Sir, you should know that I harbor no ill feelings whatsoever in my harbor.
Okay.
I let the defendant escape. That's the stone cold truth. Just another step on my way from singing the blues to wearing the blues. Someday, sir, I'll be standing side by side with the great Detective Gumshoe!
Wait, Guamshoe? I think that's a typo. Mr. Meekins, this is a free ticket to the show at the Wonder Bar. Ah, if you want.
It's an honor, sir! Sir, I can't count the number of things that have been taken from me, sir! But no one's ever given me anything for free! Right, I'll see you in court next time then, sir!
I look forward to it. Oh man, we brightened up this man's day. That was great. All eyes were on Zach Ramari that day in court, until his mysterious disappearance. Now part of the mystery has been revealed, but the magician remained out of sight. It will be 7 years before I met him again. 7 years. Okay. Well, we don't have any other... I did not press any buttons there. We unlocked the present. Wait, this is the Borscht Bowl Club. Okay. Ah! Why are you here? No, why are you here? Oh gosh. I'll be taking my leave now. Still have some work to do back at the office. Then I guess I'll go back to my piano. To be honest, it's better when you aren't playing. This fidget culinary dungeon almost feels comfortable. Later then. You freak me out! 2 hours left on my shift. This is just before the murder, isn't it? Wonder if we'll get any customers tonight. It is. Do you know who I am? He was Zach Ramari! And I thought I was just making that up. Who I am? No, but if you hum it, I can play it. Just kidding, I don't do requests. How about a different sort of request? You see, I play cards. Oh, a customer. I was just hoping someone would come in and save me from a night at the Keys. I seek a true competition. I have heard the Borscht Bowl Club is the place for this. Now I see the rumor is true. And this is... a friend of yours? What is he doing here?
Ah, don't mind me. I'm just your friendly neighborhood newsman.
Ah, he will not be playing tonight. When his business is finished, I shall send him home. This competition will be between us, no others. The Right Talent Agency represents 2 artists, and I'm number 2. I play piano, well, sort of. It's actually just a front for my real talent, which is playing poker. Don't ask me how I got started. I don't remember. I think I know when it started, but I'm good. Real good. It didn't take long for the rumors to get around. Go to the Borscht Bowl Club if you want a real game. That guy's never lost. People don't come to hear me tickle the ivory, they come to watch me play cards. Is this a CD poker club? No, it's a restaurant. We don't play for high stakes. There's no money involved. But real players carry cash, and they're always thirsty. It's a handy source of income for the club owner. Then let's compete. I'll take you to the room. The hideout, yes. But before we go... Yes? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Shady Smith.
Oh, and I'm Brushel. Spark Brushel, news reporter.
Oh, I'm...
No. Phoenix Wright.
Huh?
You must always look a man in the eye when you make your introductions. You still do not know who I am?
Have we... What? You finally realized sheesh. Ugh. Took you a while, Phoenix. Ba-ba-da-da, he is gone. And he was gone for 7 years. I wonder how many times we will see this flashback in the Mason system. In the Matrix. On the double. He must not be allowed to escape. And he escaped. You can be, but you're Sacramari?
Yes, the reincarnation act of the century. Pity I have only an audience of one. You.
Sacramari, this must be a bad dream. In a sense, this guy ruined my life.
You there.
Duh. Oh my gosh, she is here too.
We will play soon. Ready the room.
Duh. I will be preparing the hideout for you. Are you really him? The Sacramari?
Now I am Shady Smith. Remember this.
How many years has it been now? 6?
In exactly 3 days from now, it will be 7. I caused you much inconvenience, I hear.
Yeah, you could say that.
Is she well? Trucy, I mean.
She's fine.
I've got her working already. Hope you don't mind. I need hardly express my gratitude. But you have it. This is why I have come. That, and to settle a matter of cards.
By which you mean poker? Those eyes, he's serious.
I despise losing above all else. And so, I have decided that I will win tonight, no matter what it takes.
I know this guy's type, and they're dangerous. Everything's about the competition. All else is secondary.
Perhaps we should take this time to talk before we play. I know you have much to ask me. And I, you.
Ah, the meaning of competition. We competed that day 7 years ago, too.
Ah, yes, you must have been surprised. Called to the detention center out of the blue.
2.
1. Showdown time. I lost. It's only a game of poker. A game I've played for a long time, and only lost twice.
Wait, that was Sack saying it?
Who was the first? The man I killed, of course.
Magnifi! That was what they were I completely misinterpreted that! I thought it was like Phoenix talking about the past case, and the first time he lost was against Zack. Oh my gosh. That's actually rather poetic.
You choose your defense attorneys by playing poker. Some are hired, others fired. When you compete, you see a man's true nature. You know what I speak of. I know that you do. Trucy's power? Trucy. She's in a class of her own.
Yeah. The power. For 7 years, I've played poker here at the Borscht Bowl Club. And I've never lost once. I'm good, but not that good. I win because whenever there's a big game, I bring in Trucy. And she sends me signals.
Daddy, he's got a good hand. He might have a chance if you act quick. Better call him soon.
Can you tell me what her power is?
Judging a person's thoughts by reading their reactions is a staple of performance magic. But those of Trucy's line possess far greater skill.
Ah, her line.
Recall, you were the second man to whom I've lost.
Wait, what? Oh, I see. Wait, Phoenix beat Zack in a poker game? What? I have to reread this interaction later after the stream because I am so confused. Anyway, Magnific Grimori. That was the first time I've learned of this power, as you call it. Wait, so you're saying her power is genetic? It's just in the Grammari blood or something? Blood. What? I am sorry, but it is not something told lightly to outsiders. And it is nothing you need to know at this time. It's some kind of Grammari secret then. Fine. I don't think I have... I need more information. You're also a little lost. Welcome to the club. Anyway, they played poker. Someone lost. It doesn't matter. Because Zack chose Phoenix to be his attorney. That's all that matters. She's 15 this year. She's still trying her best to follow in your footsteps, you know? I see. When I planned my disappearing act, it was the thought of her alone that gave me pause. Of course. Wait, you were planning on vanishing from the get-go? What? Yes, and for that I must apologize. However, I could not be found guilty that day. Because of this. This? A transferal of rights. You see the signature? A transferal. That's Magnifique Grammari's signature, isn't it? This is the real diary! Page. I hereby give all rights to the secret staging and performance of my magic to the recipient named below. And the recipient's name is you, Zack Grammari. Yes, it is I. Wait, this page looks torn. You recall the diary, yes? It is the... This is the real diary page. Why did you have to hide it? Why did you need to hide it? It's because of that I lost my... Why couldn't you just give it to me? Why did I have to be fooled? Why? How could I forget? That scrap of paper lost me my attorney's badge. This is the real page that was torn from the book. Magnifique gave it to me that night. You could have told me this earlier. Like, 7 years earlier. Once again, I must apologize. It was all I could do to prepare for my escape from that courtroom. Why? The greatest of Magnifique Grammari's illusions are true art. As such, they are well protected by this document. Only its bearer may perform his illusions on stage. Sounds like a pretty important thing to have if you're his disciple. As the rightful heir to his art, I too want as a rightful heir. Rightful? I'm sure you know who I chose as my successor. Your daughter! That is why I've risked all to come here tonight. Brushel. Sir! Ah, here you go! What's... That is the envelope! What is this? Letter passing the rights I have inherited to Trucy. Oh my gosh! I would have you signed here as a witness. But I'm not a lawyer anymore. You need a public notary. Besides... Ah, I may not look it, but I'm a certified notary. What? You are? By D, I wear notary's glasses and hunt for news. Also by D, I wear reporter's glasses and notarize. That is surprisingly nuanced of you. When I take off the glasses, I can't see very well. Okay. Your signature, please. This is the first reason I've come here tonight. Document transferring the rights to perform the Grammari repertoire to daughter Trucy. I finally figured it out. Now I know why you've come out of hiding only now. It's been 7 years, you said? Precisely. Oh, he will be declared deceased. That's it. There's a law that covers this situation. After 7 years, missing persons are considered to be legally deceased. So if someone was to vanish from the face of the earth 7 years ago, they would lose all rights as a living person after 7 years from that day. Not to mention all of their possessions. Exactly. Which is why I am here. I risk showing my face in public for the sake of this document. Before my 7 years are up. You might say I am securing my daughter's inheritance. But do you really need this document? Wouldn't Trucy inherit your estate automatically? Not in this case, I'm afraid. Oh! It would have gone to Valent! This case? Yes, I received the performance rights from Magnifique Grimoire. However, this was done in secret without witnesses. Before Magnifique died, 2 potential successors to his repertoire were named. Myself, Zack Grimoire, and Valent Grimoire. Not Trucy. I see, so you do need this document. I have known Brushel since before I vanished. He is a man I trust. Really? I did not see him as such. Now only 3 of my know of my rebirth. I took the liberty of looking into Trucy's background and found he had no other close kin. It is as you say. Okay. I was kind of hoping he'd say something about the mother at this point. I think that's what the Magnifique line is for, I think. I know everyone else, but Trucy's mother is a mystery. Trucy's mother, huh? It's Thalassa, wasn't it? This person in the photo is Trucy's mother. Aha! How did you come by this? Trucy showed it to me. She said her mother was gone. Then it is so. Huh? She is gone. What more is there to say? Lots? Ah, I knew! Whoa, you're still here! Oh my gosh, Shikichu, you're right. He didn't seem much of a trustworthy fellow before, but apparently he's the only man that Zack trusts. Like what? This is such a design dissonance. According to my in-depth research, Trucy's mother, Magnifique Grimoire's only daughter. End quote. Oh, that explains a lot. What? Magnifique's daughter? Is that true, Mr. Zack? Brushel, you say too much. What? Why am I the bad guy? Why? Zack decked him. He decked him in the face! He just punched him in the face. Oh my gosh. In any case, Mr. Wright, this discussion is over. Thalassa Grimoire, she's the most mysterious of the whole lot. I need to gather me some more evidence, clearly. Well, the prelude may have been longer than the main attraction. Shall we begin our game? My final competition. Final? Why? As you said, I have come out of hiding today to make this document legally binding. Once that is done, I shall slip once more underground. Without seeing your daughter? It will be best if I did not. 7 years ago, we played. 7 years ago, I lost. I already lost to Magnifique. I do not care to lose to another. And I have heard that you'll never lose. It's just a rumor. Yes, for it is impossible to never lose. Unless one has an ace up one's sleeve. As a magician, it causes me no end of irritation. To think a mere lawyer might be out there pulling the wool over so many eyes. Hey, I just signed your document for you. Maybe you could try lightening up. That was that. This is this. For my final competition, I will destroy your perfect record, Phoenix Wright. This will be my final performance. You are warned. This guy is beyond serious. So much for a fun evening of cards. Brushel, you may leave. Ah, but it's your last game. I mean, what a scoop! I punch, and I punch. But still, it is not enough. Oh my god. I just remembered a prior engagement. Toodles, gentlemen. Oh, and nice meeting you, Piano Man. Then let us begin, Tealer. Duh. You will be witness to our competition.
Duh, it is honored for me.
Why haven't I seen her around here before? Because she was planted by Zack. Ah, that reminds me. I saw a familiar face as I entered this restaurant. Wait, what? He did not seem to notice me, however. Gav, I believe was his name.
You know?
You know him? He knows Kristoff? Oh my gosh, the revelation. Oh, hi, Wingin. You're fashionably be late. No worries. Oh my gosh, the truth bomb that was... The truth that bomb that was... I can't speak. After a fashion. Listen, Phoenix right. One can learn much from a true competition. Remember this. But... Wait, he's done? But I haven't unlocked the Psyche Lock yet. The Grammari power. I was close to understanding it, but I needed more. And I knew where to get it. Trucy's mother. I need to meet that reporter again. That was clear. And one other thing. From the moment my final competition with Zack began that night, a name was running through my head. The name of a man now in prison. A name Zack Grammari knew. But how and why? Okay. Wait, a solitary cell? Why does it look like that? I've been into jail. They do not look like that. Oh my gosh, this Matrix, it's making me lose my mind. Okay, what is this solitary cell 13? What is it? Present day, central prison, solitary cell 13. This is not what a jail cell looks like. What? If it's the cell who I'm thinking of, it's... How did he manage to make this cell so nice? It's... Oh my gosh, what strings did he pull to make a cell that nice? Yep, there he is. The man I at least wanted to see out of all of them. He freaks me out. Oh boy, someone is very pampered indeed. Why though? He doesn't deserve it. He killed someone. Oh well. Well, isn't this an unexpected surprise? What errand brings you down to my cramped confines? Gavin. Is this your idea of revenge, Phoenix Wright? Revenge for the events that took away your twins back 7 years ago? My past is like my logic. Straight and true. Nothing's changed. All I did was point the finger of justice in the proper direction. Fine. I'm glad we could have this little tete-a-tete, right? He's so freaky! What? Oh my gosh! You look well, Phoenix, right? You too, Gavin. I do not want to talk to this man. Why? Life has been full of surprises for both of us. I have no doubt you never expected to lose that attorney's badge of yours. And I'll bet you never expected to wind up here. Shady Smith was the name of the man you killed. Did you know who he really was? Who he was? Zack Grammari. You know, the defendant? I remember him, of course. This is not good. But you say Smith was Zack. Impossible. Don't even try to tell me it was a coincidence. What did I just say? Life is full of surprises, don't you think? After that trial, you were arrested and found guilty. But your motive was never made clear. A mistake I plan to remedy. You're not an attorney anymore, Phoenix Wright. What possible conclusion do you think this investigation of yours can lead to? I killed a man named Smith with a bottle because I am an evil human being. Isn't that enough? Not for me, it isn't. I need to know why you did it, Gavin. You crossed the door, like 1 second, looked at his face, and immediately saw... Yep, I'm gonna kill him. Like... Why do you have this grudge against Zack Grammari? You recall that case 7 years ago? Ah, yes. The trial where Zachary pulled his famous vanishing act. My brother wanted his fair share of praise and adoration for that trial, as I recall. Genius prosecutor reveals crooked attorney. Was it? That was when I met you, wasn't it? Really? Was it now? The Bar Association Review Board voted unanimously for the strictest punishment. Unanimous, save for one dissenting opinion. Yours. What? I did not expect that. It was my brother who was responsible for putting you in that position, after all. For 7 years, we've been friends. And yet, I still don't understand you. They were friends? Oh, wait, they... Right, did call Gavin to defend him of the murder in the first case, so that explains it. But right, your friendship toward me was never pure. You suspected me then, as you still do now, don't you? Honestly, right now, I'm not sure what I think. What's the reason for murder? You didn't just brain a guy with a juice bottle for no reason. I agree. Tell me why you did it. Persistent, aren't you? I came here because I remembered something. The night of our game, Zach Ramari mentioned your name, Gavin. Yeah. After that, he was killed. And I asked you to help me. Because I remembered your kindness back when everyone had turned on me. I seem to be in a bit of trouble. Something like that. Dad, someone hit him. Hard. Me? Please. The cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands. Should have come to that. That's why he called him. I have to know. Why did you kill Shady Smith? No, Zach Ramari. I think I know what is going to happen. Yep, here we go. How many locks? What? Whoa! I've never seen psychic locks like this. They're black? What does that mean? Dark, cold, full of despair? What the fu- What? Can I even unlock these things? His soul is tainted black. Sounds lovely. Oh, God. Something wrong, right? Yeah, you disturb me even more now. No, it's nothing. You shouldn't push yourself so hard. Life is to be taken easy, you know? Yeah, sure. He's doing his nails? I can't use the Makatama on these! What? Huh? Then how will I get the reason out of him? But he was doing his nails, huh? You're thinking, what self-respecting man would use nail polish? Not really. I know appearances are a big thing with you. You know what I say? One cannot live a beautiful life without beautiful nails. First-rate in all things. Except nothing less. That certainly does look like first-rate nail polish. I like the sparkly bottle. It's crystal. If you're so drawn to it, please, have one. It's on me. Didn't, Vera have one of those? What is this envelope? The yellow envelope! He's the client! What? He is the... What? Okay. Oh no, I don't know what to think anymore. Oh god, that envelope's been bothering me since I came in here. It's not nice to peek at other people's mail. You get mail here in jail? That I do, though they read it first apparently. Still, I am allowed the pleasure of correspondence. Packages and the like are a different matter, however. Looks like sneaking a peek is out of the question. You were the client? Why? Why? Why did you... I don't know what to think anymore. Yellow envelope, hey? Tell me, Kristoff, how do you feel about stamps and mugs? Let's go to the past. I want to escape Kristoff for a sec. Okay. I don't think I have enough yet. I haven't been to this one yet. What is this? Wait, he's been to the studio? He has been to Drew's studio. I figured you'd come here sooner or later. Drew Misham. I decided on sooner. Drew Misham, was it? I haven't done anything illegal. And I didn't come here to whine about past events. I want to ask you some questions. I suppose you have that right. That day, the entire court descended into chaos. Only you stood still, your eyes calmly watching. I admit, it made quite an impression on me. I'm used to finding myself in outrageous situations. Phoenix Wright, was it? I'll answer what I can. I'm not sure, but it feels like I'm being watched intensely. Oh my gosh, she's so cute! Hi, Vera!
This is my daughter. Vera, say hello.
Yeah, she's gone. She's gone.
Shall we begin, then?
Yes, Mr. Misham. Judging from this place, you're a painter?
Not, sadly, a profitable one. I never sold a painting.
Ah,
the struggling artist, I know your pain. It's a source of considerable embarrassment. I would be able to get by, were it only me.
Your daughter?
Her mother grew weary of me and left. I don't want her to grow up needy, Mr. Wright. That is why I began my other occupation. Forgeries.
Aww.
Don't look at me with those eyes. I know what it is that I do. More than half of the paintings they bring me are stolen. And who knows what my copies are used for.
But some of your works aren't paintings, correct?
You may not believe me when I tell you this. That was my first work outside of painting.
What?
To think it will be used as evidence in a murder trial. I never even imagined the possibility.
Then why did you take the job?
I was well paid. Very well paid.
I think he feels worse about it than I do. The past is hard to escape.
Honestly, the sooner I can put this behind me, the better. With apologies to you, of course.
Sorry, but it's not going to be quite so easy. He's trying to forget what he made. Looks like I'll have to remind him. Okay. That means I'll have to show this, right? Right. Your work. Don't try to pretend you've forgotten. Sure, all you did was make a copy. But that copy might have destroyed the life of an innocent man. I'm responsible too, which is why I have to know. And you have to tell me.
I knew it would be difficult to escape this.
Then, let's talk. Yes, let's talk. Well then, ready to tell me about this work you did?
It was unlike anything I had attempted before.
I guess it will be a little different from paintings.
That is not what I mean. In all my previous work, it sufficed to create a copy.
This wasn't a copy.
The client gave me two things that day. The first was a sample page, as reference. The second, a printed document I can only surmise was written by my client.
So you used the real writing as a reference to reproduce what the client wrote?
Yes, as I said,
It was my first job of that nature. So, who was your client? As I said in court, I do not know.
Really?
Even for such a suspicious request. If it was me, I'd want to know as much as I could about the requester. I never met them. Not personally, A psyche lock, of course! It seems like you're still hiding something. Something about this work. What is it? I think... I don't know if I have the evidence for this, but... Let me see. Let's hear it then. What are you hiding from me, Mr. Misham?
I'm sorry, but I really don't know. I never met the clients.
True, when I asked the client's name, there were no psyche locks in sight. Ah! You never met them personally. Regardless, you're hiding something. You have to be, otherwise it wouldn't make any sense.
Why are you doing this to me?
Well, I've made my stand, no backing down now. So what's this Misham hiding? Forger, sample, or client? He's protecting Vera! I can pretty much piece together what it is from what you said.
What is it then?
You told me what you knew about the clients, and I couldn't see any psyche locks.
Psyche locks? Is that some sort of asylum security or a new hairstyle, perhaps?
But then they did show up, didn't they? Who was your client?
As I said in court, I do not know.
I never met them, not personally. Does that mean he met Vera? Not personally. Those words triggered the psyche lock.
Again with the psyche. With those psycho locks. Now I really must know what they are.
So you didn't meet with a client about someone, but someone else did. Maybe the real forger behind this evidence.
Perhaps I'm hung up on this lock business, but I'm afraid you've lost me.
Yeah, well, I didn't come here to talk about psychic locks. As long as I come to the right conclusion, it doesn't matter how I got there.
And your conclusion is?
The real forger behind this wasn't you, Mr. Misham.
A poppycock! I don't know what you're talking about. That's my work, I tell you. Made here in my studio. Who else could it have been but me?
That's the real question, isn't it? If the forger wasn't you, then I don't have many other people to choose from. The real forger at Drew's studio is Vera. The real forger is your daughter, Vera Misham, isn't it?
Ridiculous! But my daughter is only 12 years old, Mr. Wright. I've always been more one for landscapes, not realism.
Nice comeback, but you're shaking in your boots. I've got you now. The only two people with access to the studio are you and your daughter. Psyche locks tell me you're not the forger, which makes your daughter the only possibility.
I feel very much on the verge of going psycho lock myself.
Da-da-da-da! Oh my gosh, they're just cramming all the psyche locks into this segment of the game. Oh my gosh. This was like 1, 2, 3. This is the 5th one I encountered and the 2nd one I unlocked. This is just ridiculous.
I don't know how you knew, but you're right. The one who made this page was my daughter Vera, not I. She's only 12. A genius, you might call her.
A precocious little girl outshining her father. There's been a lot of that going around recently.
I let her play in the studio and she watched me. She taught herself in that way. The drafting tools and analytical devices I bought when they became necessary. They're my little girl's playthings now.
Ah, do I detect a bit of fatherly pride? Ah, he loves his daughter so much. So, Vera was the one who made this page. Would she know who the client was then?
Actually, the client came once. Here, to the studio.
What? Why didn't you say so sooner?
But their face was covered, and they did not want to talk to me.
So they talked to your daughter.
I will speak only with the artist, the client told me.
And that little girl is the key to our mystery client's true identity. To be fair, they could hardly cram it into another section. Yeah, that's true. Okay, what do I do now? Maybe I should talk to her father a bit more? Or is it time to turn my attention to Vera? Let's just talk to Vera. Mr. Misham, I have a request.
Let me guess, you'd like to speak with my daughter.
Can I?
My daughter has never been one to talk to strangers. She's quite shy. Extremely so, actually. With only one exception.
Which was?
Oddly enough, it was that client.
What?
I left the studio while they talked. I returned when they had finished, and she was laughing.
What?
It was the first time I'd seen anything of the sort.
Please, let me speak with her.
All right.
Uh-oh. This could be tough. I don't think she's gonna talk to me. Vera, was it? Would you like to have a friendly chat? I'm Phoenix Wright, ex-lawyer and pianist. I'm still looking for the keys that say Do Re Mi. Can't find him anywhere. I'm no good at this. I need something to get through to this girl. Yeah. I don't think she's gonna talk right now. What is this?
Going home by any chance?
No, I was just checking out the door.
Oh.
Good thing I'm far too stubborn to take hints like that. I was pointing at the book, but apparently that's not evidence. Painting tools. Aha, the desk. Maybe I'll just slide on over here for a closer... Why, hello! Hi, why, hello! Oh god, seeing this place is so weird. That's a pretty bottle.
Don't touch that, please. I'll get in trouble. It belongs to Vera, you see. She always puts it somewhere she can see it. She looks at it often.
There's a light pink fluid inside. Nail polish, I'm guessing. What's this red envelope?
Don't touch that. It's quite important.
Painter's face just changed hues. Guess I better behave, though it's tempting to just grab it. And I think I need this. That's an awfully small frame. What's that inside it? A stamp?
Please don't touch that. I'll get in trouble. That stamp belongs to Vera, you see. She always puts it somewhere she can see it.
The Grimari stamp. That's Zack and Valent, the Grimaris, isn't it?
The post office issued that commemorative stamp last year, when the Grimaris were at the height of their popularity.
Not anymore.
Now that one of them has vanished off the face of the earth. Vera went to see one of their shows when she was quite small. She's been a dedicated fan ever since. She watched them every time they came on TV, until the end.
I see.
That stamp's quite hard to come by, I hear. I still wonder how she got her hands on it.
Well, I think I know. Let's just talk about something different. As like an icebreaker. And then there's this. Nice stamp. Hey, she spoke. She can talk. Yeah, so the stamp. How can I keep her talking? Can I have it? Love the brave magicians. Can I have it? Love the brave magicians. Isn't Chup Grimari amazing? Yes? Oh. I especially like those two, Zack and Valent. I mean, they're, just so magical. He has no idea what he's talking about. Aren't they? Aren't they? Yeah, whenever I go to one of their shows, I'm like, whoa, magic!
Me too. I love them. They're so cool. It's like magic. Yeah.
Alright, she's talking. Not saying much, but it's a start.
I went and saw them with Father the other day. The opening ceremony at the Grimaric Museum of Magic.
The Grimari Museum, they have one of those? I guess it makes sense now that they have their own commemorative stamp. So, have you been to one of their shows?
Just once when I was little, with Father. The Grimari's on stage. It was like a dream. Disappearing, reappearing, coming apart, putting back together. They do it all.
Yeah. Maybe you can keep telling me stuff like this. You know, about Zack and Valent, maybe.
Sure.
Alright, better get asking before she changes her mind. She's a cute kid. She is so adorable. I feel like she and Trissie would be great friends.
I don't go outside much. I like to paint in here.
Well, why don't you like the outside?
There's bad people out there.
Well, true, but there are lots of good people too. Actually, I should tell you. She was almost kidnapped once.
What? Kidnapped?
Since then, she's been... well, you can see for yourself. She refuses to leave the house. I see. Wait, but that doesn't make sense. She said she went to the Grimari Museum. With you, in fact. Yes, actually. She was quite insistent on it, much to my surprise. That was the first and last time she expressed such a desire to me.
That person gave me a good luck charm.
A good luck charm?
Well, when I absolutely had to go outside.
Yes, apparently she received something. A gift. From that client, actually. She won't tell me what it was. Kristoff, what have you done?
Mother, I told you to keep that a secret.
From that client, huh? This I have to hear about. So your father tells me you're good at painting all sorts of things?
I really like the painting.
Doop doop doop. Sorry. There was a message I had to delete. yeah, but he's gone. Okay, back on track.
I really like painting a lot. Father's always very happy when I paint them exactly the same.
So you did this too?
Oh, yes. That was my first job.
Your first?
All I used to do was paint the same thing I saw. But this was totally different. The pen slips and the way the writer held the pen, and the pressure on the nib. I had to use a microscope and analyze it on the computer.
She seems happy. Odd, her work was the last nail in the Grimari coffin. Guess no one told her.
They're the best in the world.
Huh? Oh, you mean Troop Grimari, of course. I didn't even read the message bubble. It's like, oh yeah, next bubble. I didn't even know what they were talking about.
Father gave it to me.
Your father? But I asked him about it. He didn't know how you got it.
I guess I just took it.
Yeah. Took it.
Father got a letter from that person.
That person? You mean that letter was from the client?
Oh, talked about the Grimaris forever that day. I'm sure that's why I was sent that stamp. I didn't want to send it back, so I took it.
They're a sneaky one, this client. Took a thief straight to jail. No. To be fair. She saved her father's life. She extended it for another 7 years. So they were trying to get on her good side. I don't think that was what the intention was here. Oh gosh. So you met the person that asked you to do this job. And you talked with them? What's this about a good luck charm you received?
I can't talk about it.
Huh?
If I do, it won't work anymore. That's what I was told.
Yeah, but I really have to know. Nope. Have to wring it out of her. Right, time to do some psyche unlocking. This one should be easy. I know exactly what to show. Oh god, Kristoff, what have you done? You seem to trust this client quite a lot, in fact. Because they gave you this stamp?
No, that's not why. They listen to me, to my problem.
The problem that keeps her inside all the time?
Don't go outside if you don't want to. That's what they told me. But when I absolutely have to go out, all I had to do was use a good luck charm.
A good luck charm? That your client gave you? I think I know what your client might have given you, actually. Is this your good luck charm? Oh my gosh. This was what they gave you, wasn't it? The same bottles over there on your desk. Your good luck charm, right? Yes.
I heard once. Cosmetics were once thought to ward off evil. This is a magic bottle. It has the power.
Ah, of course it does. I'll just refrain from commenting any more on that one. I think I know who gave you that bottle, actually. Oh, going straight to the chase with that, aren't we? The one who asked you to do this job. Was this the client? What have you done? Oh god. This man is a friend of mine. Know him? That's why she was staring at Clavier. Oh my god. His name is Kristoff Gavin. He's a lawyer, actually.
I promised. I promised not to tell.
You didn't tell. I just took some liberties. No worries.
I'm sorry. I can't talk about the client, I promised. And if I break my promise, the spell won't work.
I don't need a name anymore. I got my answer. You're pretty confident in this charm, then.
I think they might be the devil. Or maybe an angel.
What do you mean?
I saw it. Or I think I saw it. When he gave me this. I saw the devil's face.
Are you saying the client's face looked like the devil's?
No, the client was gentle. With a gentle smile.
So where did you see this devil, then?
It was so quick, I don't remember well. But that's when I knew. That person wasn't like other people. That's why I believe in my good luck charm.
I'm not sure what this devil she saw was, but it's pretty clear that Kristoff Gavin has her charmed. Well, I think that's all. I'll be leaving now. I am sorry for what happened. If you want to apologize, try my client, Sakramari.
Did I do something bad?
What makes you think that?
Your eyes, they're sad. Very sad.
I'll put on my smile next time I come. I promise. I hope to see you smile then too, Vera.
Oh, okay.
Take care. Thinking back on my first encounter with the young forger, I witnessed something of vital importance that day. Of course, by the time I realized it, it was already too late. She was already poisoned. Hey, Vera! In a few years, a mug is in grave danger. Delay the coffee delivery when the day comes. Save the mug, Vera! Save the... Oh my gosh. Can I do something in the present? No. Then I believe... Next one is this one. Oh, justice for Mug. That hashtag has not become a real hashtag, unfortunately. Can we unlock this? Let's try and unlock this. This is 4, so this will be difficult. Maybe if I unlock all the red ones, the black ones will become red. Maybe. I'm flying by the seat of my pants on this. Me too, Phoenix, me too. There must be a path leading from the evidence to the truth. It hasn't gone viral, the world hates the mug. Poor mug. Yeah, poor mug. And that's what I'm going to find. To ask someone to take a life, even one not long for this world, as asking someone to commit murder.
Yes, our mentor was fond of dramatic moves. And dramatic finales.
And he got his wish. His life was taken. What weakness could be so powerful as to coerce someone into committing murder? My guess is it was a matter of life or death.
Care to explain?
Your troop lived in a world of showmanship. The flashier, the better. And flashy so often means danger, doesn't it?
Let us make this as painless as possible. If you have proof of this danger, then show it.
Proof. Why would I miss? What the heck is this? I don't remember this. We're in the Matrix. We're trying to get the truth out of the past. Okay, the danger of magic. I mean, you had to shoot. You had to shoot for one of your stage acts. This is the danger. Hopefully, please. Yes.
Why, that's one of ours!
Specifically designed for your show, I gather. A single bullet. One shot.
What are you suggesting? We are magicians, Mr. Wright, not murderers.
I'm not crying murder, Mr. Valent. I'm crying something far more tragic. An accident.
We're going with this!
Zack and Valent's quick draw shoot 'em.
How long has it been since those shots were last heard?
Was the shoot 'em cancelled because someone might get hurt?
Of course! What other reason could there be?
Well, it could have been cancelled because someone had already been hurt.
Fascinating, my Faustian forging friend. But tell me, what can you prove with a single pistol?
Well, tell me what would have happened if there had been an accident. What if one of your bullets took a life on stage?
The performance of magic is not concerned with what-ifs. It is concerned with precision. Precisely whom do you claim we shot?
Looks like I have chosen the right path. Let's just hope he walks it with me. A life was sacrificed so that the show might go on. And this shows whose it was. They shot Trucy's mother.
But that's
Zack Ramori's wife. And Trucy's mother. Thalassa, I believe was her name.
Alakazam! How can you say this? How can you say she was struck by one of our bullets?
Still in denial mode, eh? Thalassa was at the greatest risk of being shot. And this clearly shows just how much danger she was in. Wait, what? Okay, from what I remember from... They shot her because she was in the middle of them both. So... This is a bit of a draw, but this maybe? It was! Of course it was. I am great. Gamar's performances were very, very popular. So popular they even made a commemorative stamp at the height of your fame.
We were not merely the latest craze. We were an age.
A golden age. It's all here on the stamp. There's Thalassa, yes? Trucy's mother is missing, I hear. What happened to her?
I don't know!
That part of his memory is still locked up. He knows what happened. There is one thing you're failing to address.
What's that? As you say, our troop was a world unto itself. If our leader Magnifi was so inclined, he could hide anything he wished with ease. But, Mr. Wright, then he would have hid a crime, making him an accomplice. Not a great foundation for blackmail.
Valent's got a point. If one of the troop members died in an accident and Magnifi covered it up, his innocence would come into question.
You found the right address, Mr. Wright.
I'm so close, there has to be something. But how Thalassa's death could affect Zack and Valen's relationship with Magnifi. I see in your eyes, you still have something to say. How can you possibly prove more than you already have? A proofied Thalassa's accident tied your hands so completely. With evidence or with a person? With evidence or with a Wait a sec! It's something that Brushel said, ironically. It's going to take a little knowledge of the players to crack this one. The accidental death of Zack's wife tied both your hands. And this information proves why Magnifi held so much power over you. And the daughter of Magnifi Grammari! You shot his daughter, Valent! It wasn't a question of who shot Thalassa. Thalassa herself was the problem. What do you mean? She was Zack Grammari's wife, Trucy's mother, and Magnifi Grammari's only daughter. Ugh. There was a terrible accident, and the two of you killed your mentor's only daughter. If that wasn't the key to Magnifi's power over you, I don't know what was. It was an accident! That was the truth he was hiding. That was the reason they couldn't refuse. Because they had to atone for Thalassa's death. Oh my gosh. There's no proof. None at all. But Thalassa went missing. And your mentor blackmailed both of his disciples. It doesn't take a genius to put one and one together. Ours was a complex family. You mean Troop Grammari? The Master Magnific Grammari, his only daughter, and his two disciples. It does sound like a recipe for disaster, doesn't it? Do not be tempted into faulty flights of fancy. Yes, there was an accident. But that is all it was. An accident. Zack and Valent's tour de force. The guns blaze. The bullets fly straight toward that beautiful body on stage. And then crash, zing, pow, into everything but her. Now that is magic. It happened one day when we were practicing. Same trick with a new twist. And tragedy. That was what I remembered. But as for whose bullet stole Thalassa's life, we shall never know the answer. Thalassa disappeared from our lives, and Zack was bereft of his wife. Trucy lost her mother, and Magnifi his daughter. And that led to blackmail, I'll take it. It is all part and parcel of the darkness that comes when the curtain falls. Why did the Magnific Grammari try to cover up the accident? It was his own daughter who died! All I can say is, it was a critical time for Troop Grammari. A passing of the torch from Magnifi to Zack and Valent. We all sacrificed so that it might be a success. Thalassa's death was the greatest sacrifice of all. Yet, even when her life was extinguished, her presence was not. What do you mean? In time, we, myself and Zack, found we could no longer oppose Magnifi's wishes. Magnifi forced us to perform his art for his benefit. I see. I guess I can understand. I mean, he did lose his only daughter. But do you not find cowardice in his actions? To decide to hide the truth of your own daughter's death is one thing. But then to hang that death as a guillotine above our heads? Things were dark behind the scenes in Troop Grammari, that's for sure. Does Trucy know? She was not told, naturally. Who would want to know that their father might have taken their mother's life? True. I had not thought of that accident for a very long time. I'm sorry to dredge up old memories, but this has helped a lot. Not to find Magnifi's slayer, I should think. True. After that accident, there was one who came sniffing quite persistently. A reporter. Oh,
that's another reason why he hated him so much! He called himself a newsman at the time. Often I spied him lurking about the dressing room doing his research.
Would you happen to remember his name?
What was his name? Sorry, I have forgotten. But in the course of his interviewing, he became quite close to my partner, Zach. I liked him not.
I see.
His name, I do not recall, but his scent.
The cloying aroma of mint.
Yes, whenever he smiled, which was far too often.
I see. Thanks for your help.
It does no good to interfere with the past, Mr. Wright. You will not uncover answers, only wounds.
I'm sorry.
I had begun to notice a dark curtain hanging over Troop Gumari,
and I began to realize what I had to do.
I had to protect Trucy from that darkness. The reporter he mentioned. The newsman. I never learned who that was at the time.
Though I've got a pretty good idea who it is now. That smile and the sickly sweet smell of mint. The last fluff-thin thread connecting Zach Gumari to this world. Sooner or later, I'd have to track him down.
And you did, probably. Trucy has had it rough. Oh, poor Trucy.
Yep, we cleared the past. Time to go to the present again.
Whoa! 2 at once! Amazing.
I think the reporter is in here. Hopefully. Wait, you met him after Misham's death?
Eh? Well, what do we have here? Remember me? Of course I remember you. Journalist meets ex-attorney in bar, end quote.
Can I ask what you're doing here? Mr. Misham was poisoned and his daughter's,
Oh, yes, I know. Oh, how I know, yes. It's caused me no end of grief, to be honest. Journalist wishes he tracked down Case just a little quicker, end quote.
Were you on the trail of this case the whole time?
Zach Gumari was a good friend.
Zach said something to that effect back at the Borscht Bowl Club.
What a character. What a man. If a little... no, a lot. No, extremely rough around the edges.
Do you think I could ask you a few questions?
Oh, you're serious? I mean, I'm usually the interviewer, not interviewee. Journalists ask questions, not the other way around, end quote.
I need more information out of you.
Fine, shoot, I don't care. People have been asking me all sorts of things lately.
Yeah, you were the suspect in the murder case.
Not the suspect, but like a witness.
It was tragic what happened to Drew Misham and his daughter.
Forgery is a serious crime, but they paid the price. You know what really did them in, don't you?
Yes, a forged diary page.
The night I interviewed him, I found out something about Mr. Misham I hadn't known.
What's that?
You know, he always felt like he was being watched. Every day for 7 years. Balls have ears, potatoes have eyes, and...
What does potatoes have to do with the clothes?
Being watched. You mean he felt guilty? No, I'm not talking about feelings here. You know, I felt watched too. The whole time I've been on this case, no less. The journalist gets tingling sensation on back of neck, freaks out, end quote.
Because you felt guilty?
Why would I feel guilty?
You felt like you were being watched, huh? What it all means? Paranoia? Drew Misham felt like he was being watched, and you along with him. You sure it wasn't just nerves?
Nerves? No, it's nothing so mundane. I stopped paying attention to my nerves a long time ago. But I felt it too. Journalist sure he's being watched, end quote. Don't you wonder why Zach Gumari got dropped out after 7 years? Right after coming into contact with me. He completely vanishes from that courtroom. Then, for 7 years, he talks to no one, not a soul. Then, just as the remaining time was almost up, he contacts me in order to have this made. And then he dies. Starting to put the pieces together, aren't we?
And you were being watched this whole time?
Maybe not just me. Maybe you were too.
Me? Oh, gosh.
I met Zach through that case, actually.
You mean the shooting of Magnific Gumari?
No, before that. It's not widely known.
You mean the accident? During the quick draw shooting practice?
My, you're well informed. You should have seen me back then. I dug up quite a scoop. I wanted it all. Fame, money, women, a little puppy. All for me. I was younger then, and my days and nights smelled of fresher mint than they do now.
Really? Valent Grimari did mention one particularly nosy reporter.
In fact, I was on close speaking terms with Magnifique Grimari at the time. I knew his daughter too, of course. Thalassa, was it?
Really?
Then Thalassa disappeared. Quite suddenly at that. And Magnifi wouldn't say a word about it. Yeah, my evil habit got the better of me.
Journalists catch the scent of
a scoop goes unfeeling frenzy, end quote. I set up a one-on-one interview with Thalassa's husband, see?
Zach Grimari.
Something strange was in the air over at Root Grimari in those days. The whole screwy mentor-controlling disciple scene started by then, I'm guessing. Thalassa, she was part of it all, right? Come on, you can tell me, off the record!
Sorry, I don't know.
Anyway, I kept trying and eventually became friends with Zach. Sure, he punched me once or twice, or 5 times, but over time he came to see me as his confidant.
Yeah, with Valent in his house, I mean, Zach needed a friend ASAP.
He's been waiting this whole time, 7 years, eh?
Waiting.
For his big comeback, of course. A big revival of the Magnifique Miracle. Of course it was all a dream.
Because of this. The performance rights.
In the absence of any official documents, he was golden. Who's to say the old man didn't give his rights to both Zach and Valent?
So Valent waited until Zach died, legally at least.
The time finally comes, and Valent's like a kid on Christmas morning.
He's getting ready for a show at the Sunshine Coliseum, you know?
If that document sees the legal light of day, it's going to be a bit of a damper on the big show. He's a sorry one, that Valent Grimari. Lost out to his partner at work. And in love, too.
Love?
It's the same old story, really. 2 disciples, and the mentors only the...
What?
What has 3 sides, and all of them pretty? A love triangle.
That is pretty classic. And a recipe for disaster.
When you're in a performing troupe, that's your world. It's like family. One with an entire high school worth of drama, intrigue, and backstabbing.
In the middle of it all, Thalassa has Trucy. And then she dies. I need to find out more about the Thalassa. Okay, what do I present to him? Mr. Brushel, do you know this person?
Do I know that person? Of course. I was friends with Zach, after all. He hit me a few times. 5 times, actually. But still, I never forget his wife.
Thalassa Grimari. Magnifique Grimari's only daughter. Do you think you could tell me more about her?
Well, why the heck not?
Yes! Finally! Oh my gosh. This man! He was so annoying in the trial last time, but he has so much useful information.
So, Thalassa married Zach and had Trucy, see? It was her 2nd marriage, actually.
What? Why is this important? You mean she was divorced? I hadn't heard this one before. What if during the quick draw practice one wanted to shoot the other, but Thalassa... Oh my god, Valent, if that is true! Oh my god! Oh my god, if that is the case, Valent, you are evil. But what's this about a 2nd marriage?
Not quite. Her late husband was a performer too. Apparently, he died during some gig. Tragic, really. They had only been married 1 year.
I didn't know.
Ah, but she was a beauty. I still carry a portrait photo of her around, you know.
Huh.
I've known Trucy. She was a little thing too. She got the better deal, really. She's got you for family, after all.
What do you mean?
Just reminiscing, you know. Thalassa has another child besides Trucy. It's...
What did I just see? But I didn't get the photo as evidence yet. What? Trucy said she was an only child.
Ah, yes. This one she had with her previous husband.
Her previous husband?
Her first husband who died during a performance. Yep, they had themselves a kid. Another orphan now. And that's another one who slipped through the cracks. No idea where they are now.
Thalassa had another child? You think I could borrow that photo?
Sure, I can be generous on occasion, you know?
I won't need this locket anymore. Better return it to Trucy before I forget.
People and events all get tangled together and get bigger and bigger, don't you think?
I was too busy wondering about biggerer to listen to what you were saying. I was too busy thinking about something else.
Sometimes you just gotta accept that you won't be able to untangle it all, I think.
Maybe so, but still, I have to do what I can. And I have to tell what I find to those who come next.
Next, you see.
I'm not the one who will close the curtain on this little play. Apparently, that's not my role anymore.
Magnifi. I was just wondering what Magnifi would think of all this.
What do you mean?
Haven't you seen it in Trucy? She's got his power.
You mean how I can't lie to Trucy?
It was the same with Magnifi. And with his daughter, Thalassa.
It's a strange thing. You think it's some Grammari gene?
Magnifi told me once, back when Zack married Thalassa, he said Zack had good eyes. But not good like a Grammari's eyes, not that good.
I wonder if Zack ever played a game of poker with his wife. Who knows what the Grammari's secret was?
Maybe nobody. Now that Zack's gone.
Zack Grammari. The plot has finally begun to reveal itself. It sprouted from a warp in the Grammari fabric and grew, swallowing everything, wrapping itself around the Grammari's power. I just had the biggest revelation. A power which passed from Magnific Grammari to Thalassa, to the next generation. And I would once again need to meet the one who bridged it all together. I don't know what to think. Oh god. Just... She had a second child, huh? How did you figure this out, Phoenix? Was that why you wanted to keep him around so much? Because you knew he was Jersey's half-brother. Oh my god! Oh, this is the biggest of coincidences! This is insane! This is... How? Oh my god! Zack, I have to tell you something! Oh my god. Doesn't explain the time travel bull needed for him to present all of this evidence to the right. Ah, that's the Matrix for you. This is the biggest of coincidences. You know you're playing Ace Attorney. Yeah, that's true. My brother and I were seriously annoyed by that. Yeah. I don't know how this happens. But yeah, meh. This is for the sake of evidence. I have to know more about this power of Trucy's. It's like she can see right into people's minds. The first time I saw her do it, it blew mine. And after you were done having your mind blown, you took her to play cards with you. Gotta use the resources at hand, I always say. Yet I myself have no such power. But Trucy does. Why is that? Maybe Trucy got her power from her mother? Thalassa Grammari. I will not speak of that. Thalassa is officially missing, correct? And I think I know why you don't want to talk about her. Well, it's either this or the gun. And I'll present this first. It was that, okay. The three of you were a team once. Not that the entire country doesn't already know this. At your peak, you were the biggest stars around. Yet, there's another story behind that fame. One that not many know. Thalassa lost her life during a rehearsal. To you and Valent Grimori's bullets. It was an accident. It wasn't me. How could I shoot my dear Thalassa? I'm sure Valent would say the same thing. Why, it's just like another murder I might mention. Damn you. Oh, that was cutthroat, Phoenix, man. Her eyes. I loved Thalassa's eyes. To think they could read my mind was frightening. Yet there was a warmth in them that felt like an embrace. She is dead, and Magnific Grimori has joined her. So the only one with her power left now is Chusi? Do you know Mr. Zack? I do not know. I don't need any power to see through that one, buddy. So there's someone else. Someone other than Chusi. Someone who inherited Thalassa's power. How would I know? The chances are slim. It would take a miracle to learn the truth. Or maybe one has already occurred. There is someone else with the power, and I know who. How is this possible? This boy? His name is... I forget. Something weird. Who could he be? An attorney. Attorney? I noticed him when I went to visit the Friends' law offices. Oh my gosh! So, what are we to make of this, oh great ex-attorney? You can show me pictures of strange boys all you like, but you could at least say something like, I'm this boy. I could use a laugh. Perhaps you wouldn't laugh if you knew the facts. This might not be 100% proof, but it's close. There's a link between this boy and Thalassa. Actually, it's more of a ring? A ring. Perhaps it will refresh your memory. I just so happen to have evidence showing this missing link. I think the Mason system has allowed us to interrogate him, but this conversation probably never happened. This is just conclusions that Phoenix took all on his own. This is like... With the interview with Brushel, and with the photo he got, he immediately realized that Apollo was the second child. So, I think this is a hypothetical conversation when Phoenix has this photo with him in possession. But this conversation never happened IRL. This is in the Matrix. That is my theory of why this is so inconsistent. Anyway, here's the photo that shows the proof that Thalassa is Apollo's mother. Actually, I know something. Your marriage to Thalassa was her second. How did you know this? Her first husband, he died a year after they were wed, yes? He was a performer. Oh, oops. He was a performer. They met when he joined us Grimoires as a guest in our show. After Thalassa wed him, she left the troupe for a while. And you say she had a child then? I have a photograph of her here. Oh. I couldn't help but notice what she was wearing when I first saw this. Those bracelets stand out. They are a Grimoire family heirloom. They are, huh? This boy wears a bracelet just like the ones in the picture. What? So, that's why. Why what, Mr. Zack? I took this photograph of Thalassa before she left us. When she returned, she wore only one bracelet. I bet I know where that other one went. She gave it to this boy, her son. This was the truth he never got to tell Zack! Oh my gosh! This strange power. I myself do not know from where it comes. Yet the fact that it is passed down the Grimoire line, it runs in their veins. What is it? I asked her, the last time once. This is what she told me. Her power responds to tension in others. Tension? If she were to face a person, and they became tense even slightly, then she would know, no matter how hard they tried to hide it from her. So she could see it. Not quite. This is the strangest part of it all. She wouldn't realize that she was subconsciously detecting this tension. Without the use of a particular object, or in her case, objects. Objects? Wait, were they something she wore? Yes, her bracelets. I admit the first time I saw one of those, I felt there was more to it than just fashion. But what kind of power could a bracelet have? I have made a decision. I will tell you all I know. Consider the gift. Juicy and Apollo. Well, I hardly need to tell me at this point, but those two are brother and sister, yes. Well, technically half siblings. And the brother too has this power of theirs. So Juicy has an older brother. I wonder what will come of that. Mr. Right. Tonight, after our game is done, I will return to a life of hiding. I will not see her live her life without knowing. I understand. I'll tell the two of them when the time is right. I am in your debt once again. No kidding. What I want to know is how all this got to be so messed up. Those bracelets are made of a special alloy. It is said to expand and shrink, very slightly in response to body warmth. So they're temperature sensitive or something. Yes, this is how they can shrink to the exact size of their wearer's wrist. Interesting. And this has something to do with the power. What have I told you? The Grimoire power reacts to tension in others. When a Grimoire senses tension, they too become tense. And this tension translates into minute contractions of the muscles. So minute they cannot sense it on their own. Their muscles. Oh, so that's what the bracelets are for! With a bracelet on, one can sense these contractions, because the bracelet is always a perfect fit. So when the person they're watching gets tense, the bracelet feels tighter on their wrist. Precisely. But that alone doesn't really count as mind reading. I believe I understand how the process works from there. It's a simple question of eyesight. The eyes of a Grimoire! I guess that sounds simple enough. Have you ever heard of kinetic vision? No. Something about the ability to see moving objects with full clarity, right? Eyes of steel! Oh my gosh, they really are. So, kinetic vision is something about the ability to see moving objects with full clarity, right? I've heard of it before. They say athletes can see a moving ball like it was stopped if they focus. Really? Oh, but it's not confined to sports alone. It all relies on the ability to focus. When we focus, we see many things. The faintest twitch of the face, and the meaning that lies behind it. Therein lies one of the secrets of magic. One must know the mind of a crowd before one may distract it. So basically, what you're saying is, the Grimoires can see really well? For them, seeing is more than believing. It is knowing. Their power relies on insight combined with exceptional focus. Things are starting to come into focus for me, too. Of course, it is difficult to maintain such levels of focus for any length of time. But what if someone could tell you when to focus? Or something! Precisely. But wait, Juicy doesn't have any bracelets! You are talking about poker, yes? The timing of when to focus is so elementary, she probably does it without thinking. I doubt Juicy herself has realized this. That is all I know of things Grimoire. Thank you, Mr. Zack. If this boy's bracelet is a real thing, then he will use it before long, thereby awakening his power. I'll keep that in mind. Well, shall we play a game? I've said so much. Let me say one more thing. I will tell you of that night. That night? The night my mentor, Magnific Grimoire, passed from this world to the next. There were 2 pistols and 2 letter scents. This was Magnifi's test. A test! In his last years, Magnific Ramari worked us to the bone. No, to the pain. But that night, I could not shoot him. So I shot the clown's forehead instead. This, it seems, was the correct answer. Take this. I give my art to you, Zack. What? It is thanks for playing along with my show. You shot well tonight, Zack. Though I would not have minded dying by your hands. How could I shoot you? You're my mentor. Ha! I thought you might say that. If I went home without shooting anything, what would you have done then? Then, of course, I would have given Valent his chance. And if I had shot you, in the forehead instead, then it would be over. If you or Valent were to shoot me in the head, then I to the darkness will go, and my art with me. A fitting end, don't you think? Ah, yet this ending too gives me no cause for regret. I thank you, Zack, and I am sorry. I have done so much that was wrong in my day. It seems to me that Magnifi wanted you to be his successor all along. That's why the time he gave you was earlier than Valent's. Perhaps, but it is not something we will ever know for sure now. I wonder, what is Valent up to these days? Waiting for you to die. If 7 years pass like this, the performance rights go to him. Ah, and now here I am. And his dream is ended. It's worse than that, actually. Public opinion is a fickle thing, you know? What? You don't need to tell me they've put the blame for our mentor's death on him. The trial ended when you vanished, Mr. Zack. There were even rumors that Valent had helped you pull it off. But that's madness. Well, it seems that before I can once again disappear from this world, I have one more act to perform. Isn't it odd that sorting out my life should prove so complicated? Even though I'm dead. That night, Zack Ramari was killed. He died as Shady Smith, a mysterious traveler with a secret past. But he left one thing behind before he parted. This. To whom it may concern, 7 years past, I, Zack Ramari, murdered my mentor, Magnific Ramari. I apologize for the trouble caused by my sudden departure from court and hereby confess to my crimes. His confession. To use as I saw fit? Of course, he'd killed no one. This was his way of tying up loose ends with his old partner, Valent Ramari. Yeah, no, my Mason theory is now out of the window. What is the Sunshine Colosseum? Oh, hi. Well, this is a blast from the distant past. Long time no see, Mr. Valent. 7 years has it been? Frankly, I didn't think I'd ever see you again. Actually, I came because there's something I want to ask you. I've spoken to the press. I've nothing more to say. I've spoken to a lot of people myself and come to some conclusions. Then I realized I needed to hear it from you. I have walked a difficult road these past 7 years, because he couldn't perform Magnifi's repertoire. Do not be deceived. Valent's skill is a real deal. I did not require my mentor's hand-me-downs. No, it was my partner who slowed me on my way. Zack Ramari. His rather well-performed disappearing act 7 years ago was the end. Or so I thought. Zack Ramari murdered our mentor and fled to escape punishment for his crime. You said something to that effect 7 years ago, didn't you? I remember it as if it were only yesterday. Yet that was not the way of it in the end. For while he vanished, the suspicions upon my own person never did. His partner Zack vanished to protect him.
that was what those thieving magpies of a press said.
I had no idea.
Yet that very same press comes to me now, feigning interest. They covered the greatest magic show in history as if it were a vaudevillain distraction. And here I must stand, smiling at them all. What am I, if not a player in some fiendish farce?
I suggest it's because you never made it clear what happened. Magnifi's death is still a mystery to this day. Which is why I came here to get the answer out from you. I knew it! I knew I'd be seeing these sooner or later.
The audience has no business stepping upon the stage. They must be content to sit and stare at the spotlight.
That sounds an awful lot like something I heard 7 years ago. Well, there's two theories. Either Valen shot him or Magnifi did the deed himself. But, well, the second one I'm doubting because, well, the gun was on the table, so I think Valen did shoot him.
Ask what you will, you'll get nothing from me.
I'm as much a part in this affair as you are now. I have to know what happened.
For 7 long years I have endured. Now, finally, the curtain lifts on my new golden age. All the miracles of our truth within my grasp.
Sorry to do this, Valent, but right now I need answers. I think I'll start by dropping a bomb. That should save things up. Valent, I wouldn't be so sure about those miracles. Not as long as I have the rights.
And what would that be? I see, there's a Grimoire seal.
I should have brought this to your attention sooner, but I didn't imagine you'd be planning your comeback quite so fast. What is this? A document showing the true recipient of the performance rights to Magnifi's miracles.
What? Zach Grimoire, he wrote this? What? He passed everything to his daughter?
Trucy and Nigmar. Actually, she's officially my daughter these days.
Preposterous! Zach is gone! Vanished into the void!
This is a genuine article. Zach was alive when he wrote this. Both myself and the notary can testify to this.
Ah!
Bingo.
Why does fate toy with me so? Why must my life be lived in thrall to the dead?
You're not the only one with that problem.
But he shot Magnifi. Yes, it was Zach. It was. And then he left. My career as a magician fell into darkness.
Did you think there might be some way out of it? Say, if you could prove Zach Grimoire shot Magnifi. Was that why you testified?
Yes, my way out. It should have been my way out.
Well, it might not be too late, Mr. Valance. All you need is a way to prove your case. Who really killed Magnifi Grimoire? I believe I have the answer to your prayers right here. Zach Grimoire wrote one more thing before passing on.
But this is a confession!
In which he admits to the killing of Magnifi Grimoire. See? All according to your plan.
I am a magician by trade. Deception is my life's work. I fool the audience. Give them a fleeting dream. Yet it seems the tables have turned. Now I am the audience, believing in the deceptions I have wrought upon myself.
Zach wrote this right in front of me, after I explained your situation to him.
Alaka! Oh my god!
Unlock successful. Oh, there's so many psyche locks. Oh my gosh.
Dinner has been consumed. Time to fully focus on the magic men and their magic drama.
Yeah, let's go.
You do know that this confession is nothing but lies.
Yes, it's my opinion that Zach Grimoire killed no one.
Then you must be thinking the truth is a simple matter of elimination. Two received instructions to kill, but if one is innocent, then the one who remains is guilty.
That would be the logical conclusion, yes.
So he vanished to protect me, his partner. A stirring tale, this true.
Did you shoot Magnifi Grimoire in the forehead?
If I had, and I told you, what would you do? Run to the police, perchance? Do as you will. There is nothing left for me now. It is true, after all. I have little talent.
I needed my mentor Magnifi's repertoire. It was as if a little demon grabbed a hold of me. I knew it. So Val Grimari did kill the great Magnifi. Oh, so sorry, Mr. Wright. But it was not I who shot my mentor? What? What? But if it wasn't you, then who was it? There wasn't another disciple, was there? Huh? Another disciple, such as? I don't know. Nakin Talent Grimari, maybe? Still really like this guy. Fallon, please, you're sending some mixed messages here. I have no idea what this guy is thinking. Your wild fancies couldn't be further from the truth. Only Zack and Fallon received those threatening letters. But there was another. What? One more person could have fired that pistol that night. I don't suppose you figured it out by now? If it wasn't Zack or Fallon who shot Magnifi, it had to be the only other person at the scene, which means... Wait, you don't mean... Yes, the great Magnifi Grimari himself. But how? The gun was at the table! So Magnifi Grimari committed the act? You find it hard to believe. Kind of amazing how they managed to have everyone convinced it's gonna be the act just by focusing on the two disciples. I mean, the gun was on the table. If Magnifi ended himself, he would have had the gun in his hands. To be honest, I hadn't even imagined it as a possibility. When I arrived that night, the old man was still alive. He appeared to be asleep. I could not shoot him. But when I turned and made to leave the room, the old man called out to me. So you spoke with Magnifi Grimari? Yes, and this is why I knew what he had done. Magnifi transferred the rights to his repertoire to my partner Zack Grimari, not me. I see. So that's why you respected the laws. Because you knew Zack was the inheritor. I guess I owe you an apology. I always thought you were the one who did it. You owe me no apology. Huh? My crime was, in a way, more serious than that of murder. What? Your crime? Is Valence Grimari confessing something to me? What could be more serious than murder? You see, I knew that 2 letters had been sent. There are no secrets between partners. It was easy to find out. Well, that was when I understood Magnifi's plan. He wanted to die by one of your hands? Little did I expect it had anything to do with the rights to his repertoire. That was when I heard it. The little demon whispering inside my heart. The demon. Let me confess. I had intended to shoot Magnifi. And I planned on framing my partner for the crime. What? Oh my gosh! Why? That night, I prepared something before going to Magnifi's hospital room. Which was? IV fluid, of course. I'd seen it on an earlier visit. If Zack did not shoot, I would do the deed. Then, I would use the IV liquid to place the murder on his hands. That was my plan. But you didn't shoot him. I could not. The demon in my heart fled when the moment came. But then Magnifi called me back. I am sorry, Valent. I am giving my magic to Zack, not you. You still lack the draw he has. Please help him if you can. I left the room, and then I stopped. The shock of what had just been told consumed me. That is when I heard that fateful gunshot. Magnifi Grimari ending himself. Then the demon awoke anew within me. Zack killed him. He was the one. Frame him and the magic will be yours. I altered the scene of his act. That is why! Oh my gosh! I took the pistol from his hand, wiped off the print. Then I used a syringe to add the IV liquid I brought. So in the end, things happened pretty much as planned. Magnifi died, and you framed Zack for his murder. As planned indeed.
Of course, the outcome was somewhat different than I had anticipated. Well, what do you think? Do you believe my story? Can it be believed, truly?
That was 7 years ago. I don't know what to believe, but yes. I'm glad I heard it from you, Mr. Valent. Thank you.
It is I who should be thanking you, Mr. Wright. Only when I had lost everything could I make my decision.
You're going to turn yourself in?
My partner may have vanished, but not so my guilt. And as my guilt stays, all else begins to leave me. My friends, my performance rights, my magic. I have had enough of vanishing acts.
I understand.
I thought my life was ruled by a dead man.
I find I was wrong.
For Zach Ramari was alive.
Well, not anymore.
And now it occurs to me.
What if he was not the only one who survived? What do you mean?
You see, now that I think about it, I realize that we never saw proof of her demise. We never saw her body.
Her?
The mind races and the mouth flaps on. My apologies. Forget this matter. I can only hope that the day will come when I meet my partner, Zach Ramari. Then I shall apologize for my terrible mistake. I am glad he has this chance to talk. Thank you.
He's never able to get that chance. Zach Ramari, Shady Smith, whichever name you prefer, he is no longer with us. The truth revealed in that trial was only a sliver. And the impenetrable darkness that remained has taken another life. I knew what I'd have to do to push back the darkness for good. And it would involve paying that man a visit. I think it's time to break the black psyche locks, huh? What is the motive, Kristoff?
Sorry, sir. Prisoner Kristoff Gavin is currently occupied.
Oh, really? I see. Do you know when he'll be finished? Well... Guess you go find out.
Certainly, sir. Please wait here a moment.
My apologies to the guard, but there's something I need to see. There it is! The yellow envelope. And the sender is Drew Misham. I was right!
When I arrived at the studio, Mr. Misham was at his desk. He seemed to be writing a letter, but he quickly sealed the envelope. It was a yellow envelope. I heard it was left at the crime scene.
If this is the last letter that Drew Misham wrote, then there's something I need to do. The last thing I need to do, in fact. Here goes. Let's see if the Astro Quinine spray finds anything. Why, Kristoff? Why? Oh my... So this was Drew Misham's messenger of death. It was the stamp, all right, no mistaking it. And his last letter was sent to Kristoff Gavin. The interview request came, like you said it would, and they're looking into the case. I swear on my life I won't tell them about you. So please release the spell you've put on my daughter. I'll write later with a report. Drew Misham. Gotcha! Oh my goodness. Finally! Decisive evidence! What's this? A burglar in jail. Oh god, no. Gavin! I didn't know you moonlighted in larceny, right? Gavin, there's something I have to ask you. Can I steal your stuff? The answer is no. My apologies, but there's not much I care to discuss. Vera Mission hasn't received her verdict yet. You followed me, Gavin. There are no survivors of atroquinine poisoning, but it never hurts to hope. Okay, I'll be leaving now then. Right, wait. Yeah, Gavin? Would you mind leaving that letter? It's private. Oh, sorry, forgot I had it. Many thanks. Gosh darn it! What? This was just all... Oh my god, Phoenix, you are a criminal mastermind! I'm glad you're on the side of the truth. Otherwise... Oh my god. This was just... Mr. Blackpool Despair got bamboozled indeed. We've now seen all the clues in this case. Clues I've gathered over 7 long years. Now, it is time. Every story has an ending. We've come to the final chapter. The final trial. Find the truth. You're the only ones who can.
I will, Mr. Right, I will! The good lawyer shall reveal the truth.
That Christoph Gavin is a devil! My gosh! So many truth bombs have been dropped. That was cool. Yes, let's continue. I'm still here. Welcome to court. Okay. This is still the Matrix, Phoenix. You continue to keep playing, then I'll be stopping. Aw. Thanks for coming by anyway, Nehru. Hope you enjoy the finale just as much as I will. The full legal name is Christoph Satan Gavin. Amazing. Bye-bye, Nehru. 7 years, all leading to one verdict. A verdict which you must decide. Is the defendant Vera Misham innocent or guilty? The courtroom doors are opening. The trials await. Are you ready to begin? Preparations complete. Let's begin! This feels like I have to decide the truth. Something inside me. Rising, surfacing. Something important. Lost long ago. It's close now. So close. October 9th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Court is now in session for the trial of Vera Misham. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution's ready to rock. Prosecutor Gavin, how is the defendant Vera Misham's condition? Acute atroquinine poisoning, according to her physician. She could die at any time. Thus, her absence from the courtroom today.
What? They can't put her on trial without her being here!
It is unusual.
They should wait for her to get better and do it then. It's so bureaucratic of them.
That's being a little harsh. They can't delay the trial any longer, or they risk having no one left to try. A trial without a verdict can only cause grief. The records of this case and experience tells us this. Apologies to the defendant, but the show must go on. Right, if Vera dies, the trial will be cancelled. I'm not going to let that happen. Mr. Wright told me everything that's been going on behind the curtain all these years. Oh, he just suddenly put all the truth bombs of the Mason system. This on to you, huh? How does it feel, Apollo? I'm going to get Vera her innocent verdict while there's still time. Very well. Your opening statement, Prosecutor Gavin. Prosecution's case is unchanged by recent events. Why did Vera Misham succumb to poison? Because she couldn't live with the guilt of what she'd done. Objection! No. No, but Vera was poisoned with atroquinine. The exact same poison that took her father's life. What better confession could you ask for? Being the killer, she would have had access to the poison. Significant, since it's rather hard to come by. That is true. In other words, I see no need for further discussion. We could have had our verdict yesterday. Well, Mr. Justice, if you have no objections, I see no reason to postpone the verdict. What we need to worry about isn't the verdict, but the trial itself. The defense holds that Vera Misham is the victim, not the killer. If that's so, then you have to prove something. She was in court, giving her testimony before us. She bit her nail. How do you propose her killer poisoned her? Oh, and incidentally, it would be nice if you told us who her Mr. Killer was. Oh, Clavia, you're not gonna like this. The prosecution's objection is to state. I asked the defense to prove its claims to this court. Tell us how Vera Mission was poisoned. I've got 2 things to prove here. Who did it and how? Which to hit first? The how. How did the killer poison Vera Mission? I will focus first on the message used.
Any comments before we begin? Prosecutor Gavin.
Good thing we've just been time traveling so we can sort this out, eh, Judge? Yeah, the TARDIS was really handy here. Not a bottle or container of the poison was found in the defendant's lobby.
I see. So the vector of poisoning is unknown. Is the defense prepared to prove how the poison reached Vera Mission?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. What method was used to poison Vera Mission?
Oh my gosh. We have the letter as evidence. Amazing. Oh, Kristoff, you are so going down.
What's this? My, what a beautiful bottle. I'd like to give whoever designed that a hat.
Is that... My apologies. Just a sec. Sorry. Is that nail polish? It's colorless. Ah, something the matter? No, nothing. Nothing at all. He so knows that this is the same brand that Kristoff uses.
So the killer put poison in this bottle and made her drink it.
Prosecutor Gavin has told us this is nail polish.
Nail polish?
It's like paint for nails. Know any women with red nails?
Ah, my wife has red nails. I see, so she's been painting them all this time.
Judge, you should spend more time with your wife if you don't even know that she paints her nails. Let's recall yesterday's trial. Remember when Vera was testifying to the court? She was biting her nail. Judge, you're a very perceptive man, indeed. Vera seems pretty tense. She bit her nail in the beginning! And a few minutes later, she dies! She isn't dead yet, she isn't dead yet. Whenever Vera became nervous, she had a habit of biting her nails.
Her nails? Ah!
Prosecutor Gavin, when the prosecution had Vera examined, did they check her nails?
Well, Bailiff, have them check the defendant's nails at once. Mr. Justice.
Yes?
Do you know who did this? Do you know who put poison in that nail polish?
Yes! That bottle belongs to Vera Mission? Why do you ask? Know someone else who might have a bottle like this? No, just checking. Yeah, sure you're just checking, Clavia.
Mr. Justice, you are about to accuse someone of poisoning that bottle of nail polish. Please dispense with the chatter. You realize the weight of this accusation. Here, let me show you.
Understood, Your Honor. No problem. I know what I'm doing this time.
Then let us ask, who poisoned Vera Mission via her nail polish?
Time to bring him down!
What's this? Kristoff Gavin!
Objection!
What's your game? My bro, there's no way you could do this thing like that. You should know that better than anyone else.
Indeed. He is behind bars.
I know. However, that doesn't mean it was impossible to do what he did. What? Ask yourselves when he put the poison in the bottle. It could have been yesterday. It could have been a month ago. Maybe it was a year ago. Or perhaps it was 7 years ago.
But Kristoff Gavin had no motive for killing this poor girl. It's simply inconceivable.
Prosecutor Gavin doesn't seem to think so. Yeah, he's sweating. That face tells me one thing. Kristoff Gavin's own younger brother doesn't find it inconceivable at all.
Well, Prosecutor Gavin, if you feel there is a clear and pressing need, then we may have to summon Kristoff Gavin from jail as a special witness.
Fine. I've known for some time that an impenetrable darkness lurked at the bottom of this. A darkness that has swallowed even myself. Okay, the defense's wish is granted.
Let prisoner Christoph Gavin take the stand. Bailiff, begin proceedings to call a special witness. The witness is Christoph Gavin, currently residing in solitary cell 13 at Central Prison.
How did you know this exact number of cell? Ah, there you are!
Ah, Your Honor. How nice to see you again. It's been quite a while, hasn't it? To what do I owe the pleasure of your company? It's not every day I'm summoned from my solitary cell. In fact, it's never.
I think you already know Mr. Christoph Gavin.
Mr. Justice. I hear you've been doing quite well for yourself.
Ugh. Why do I feel like somehow he's still my boss?
Stiff upper lip, Apollo. You can do it.
Does this bottle look familiar?
Ariadone nail polish. Why, yes, I use it myself. As did the late defendant, I hear.
She's not dead yet!
And? Was there something concerning this bottle you visited to ask me about? I admit, I respect her for her tasty nail polish.
Her taste, indeed. This nail polish was how Vera Mission was poisoned.
Astroquinine, was it? You're well informed about the case, Mr. Gavin.
Well, Phoenix did visit him in his cell.
Even in solitary, much comes to my desk. And I have nothing to do but read. Well, Clavier? Maybe you can explain this.
You're being accused again. By him. Again.
And you agree with this accusation, do you?
Do you, Clavier?
Let's hold a proper trial, shall we? Christoph Gavin, your testimony, please.
I'd be delighted.
The charges against you are quite severe, Mr. Gavin. You are suspected of the poisoning of the defendant, Vera Mission. Please testify on this matter to the court.
Okay. The trial was improper until now? Judge, is that even okay? We have no idea what this trial even is anymore.
Owning the same nail polish does not a murderer make. I have been in solitary confinement for half a year. How could I poison her? Her father died of the same poison, the meaning of which should be clear. The prosecution case holds. She poisoned her father, then attempted to poison herself. Surely you aren't going to suggest I was responsible for poisoning her father, too.
Huh.
Well, I'm afraid the defense's claim is sounding rather unlikely.
Naturally.
For one, I don't even know the missions. Isn't that so, Mr. Justice? Very well, Mr. Justice, begin your cross-examination.
Accusing Christoph Gavin, my ex-boss. But I know he poisoned the missions. Question is when could he have done it? Not to mention, why? Bracelet! Okay, bracelet. Okay, which of the frames is suspicious here? I think this one is obvious. This is the only frame that's different. And I think I know where. He's gonna tense his hands. Oh my gosh, he looks so pissed.
They aren't...
Look at his eyes! He's so pissed! It's here. What is with this scar on his face, on his hand? Did I... Oh my god, that is... Oh my god, that is freaky!
Gotcha!
It was you who killed Drew Mission. A bluff worthy of your new mentor, Mr. Wright.
Oh, really? But you see, I saw it. Right when you said her father, too. Your hand tensed unnaturally, and a little devil appeared to give me the news.
And let's assume, for the sake of argument, that you saw me being tense. What does that mean? Are all tense witnesses guilty? And tell me, was Drew Mission fond of nail polish too?
Sorry, but there's more than one way to poison a man. You don't need nail polish to get to someone's mouth.
And I must be very talented indeed. You see, Drew Mission was killed on October 6th, while I was already in my solitary confinement cell at Central Prison. If that's not an alibi, then I don't know what is.
But you found a way, all the same. And I found it too. This is how you poison Mr. Mission. Yellow or red envelope? You sent the envelope with the stamp in it over. You couldn't even do that while you're in prison. The demon rests inside him. I'm gonna look like a fool if this is wrong, but here. My, it is wrong. And here I thought. Boop, boop, boop. Nope. Relax, Justice. I've come this far. I must know the answer. How did the killer get to his victim when the killer was in jail? Sent from the real client. Right? Yes! Okay! Okay! The red envelope made sense, but not that much sense. I'm sure this commemorative stamp requires no introduction. This case has too many envelopes and not enough safe mugs. Yeah, that's true. The night Mr. Mission died, he was seen writing a letter. Atroquinine was found on the stamp, Mr. Ganavan. So am I to understand the stamp was a murder weapon? Yes, you are. Oh, and yes. This stamp was found in your prison cell! Yes, it was! That is all, Your Honor.
Order! Poison on the back of that stamp!
After Drew Mission was killed, someone paid a visit to his witness's cell. Phoenix Wright. Daddy? That's when he found the stamp. You made Drew Mission write you a letter. That's how you killed him! What?
My. You've upset my poor brother to the point of uselessness. Allow me to clarify this matter, Justice. All you need to do is recall witness Sparks Brussels' testimony.
Well, that's the thing, see? After he put his letter in that envelope, Mr. Mission sat there searching his desk drawer for something.
His desk drawer?
Yes, a stamp. A so-called postage stamp. It quotes.
He was looking for a stamp. Ergo, he had no intention of using this stamp. What are you getting at? What I'm arriving at is that this commemorative stamp was in a frame. It was mere coincidence that he used it that night.
That would seem to be the case.
Or perhaps you mean to suggest that I can somehow manipulate coincidence.
He does have a point. How would this witness know if the victim was going to use that stamp? Without that, he couldn't have planned the murder. What?
Really, Clavier? You should be seeing through those weak-spined bluffs by now.
He knows. He knows.
He's right, though. How could anyone have known Mr. Mission would use that stamp that night? Least of all Christoph Gavin locked away in his cell.
Well, it seems that the defense has run out of things to say.
You assume he had something to say in the first place. I believe the defense's bluff has been called.
The defense's bluff?
I'm not sure I agree with you there, Christoph.
Clavier.
Honestly, I wanted to believe you. But the defense wasn't trying to get away with the bluff.
You were, Christoph. What are you saying? Prosecutor Gavin?
Fair forehead. What was your accusation again?
Huh? Oh, it was that...
This poison stamp killed Drew Mission, yeah? To which my brother responded thusly. There was no way to know when Mission would use the stamp.
Yes, that's right, which is why it couldn't have been planned.
Tell me, it needs to be planned. Why? Why couldn't it have been a coincidence? The defense's case is simply that Drew Mission died by that stamp. That's all.
Coincidence?
Christoph, you tried to slip out from under his accusation by changing the subject. If that's not bluffing, what is it?
What are you up to, Clavier?
I could ask you the same question, Christoph.
I silence the defense with the fewest words possible. It's called efficiency.
But Mr. Gavin, that's impermissible testimony!
Very well. I shall take his claim head on then. Justice? What? You accuse me of Drew Misham's murder, yes? Well then, allow me to ask you, what possible reason could I have to kill a painter?
Apollo, motive! He's talking about the motive!
Indeed.
It's hard to see how an attorney could come to want to kill a painter.
Now there's something. Why didn't he bring up the motive from the very beginning? Unless he was afraid it was a battle he might lose.
So, what does it mean?
It means there might be a weak spot. Maybe I have some evidence to prove a motive. Yes, it is.
A motive for murder. This is a vital, if not the most vital element of this case. Please consider this when making your statement.
I'd say it's about this vital. That's pretty vital.
Well, Mr. Justice.
Going through with this no matter what. Understood, Your Honor. I'd like to present evidence.
Then let's see what you have for us. What reason did Christoph Gav have for wanting to murder Drew Misham?
It's this. It has to be this. Please, please let it be this. Yes! Sorry, that was loud. That was scary. Christoph Gavin's motive becomes clear when we consider why the stamp came to Drew Misham's studio in the first place.
And why was that?
Forgery, Your Honor. Go back 7 years. Drew Misham accepts his first job creating forged evidence.
I've seen that before. A page from a diary, wasn't it? Magnifique Grimori's diary.
When attorney Phoenix Wright lost his badge, yes. This was the evidence he presented, to his loss. This evidence is a fake, yes. But did Mr. Wright request the forgery be made? That was never proven.
Objection!
The defense attorney on that case was Phoenix Wright. Who other than him, drunk with the prospect of victory, could have done it? And why would they? Just out of curiosity, do you remember this letter? This is the first page. And this is the second.
Those were presented in court yesterday. This letter was sent to Drew Misham by the client who requested that forgery.
The enclosed stamp was none other than the poisoned commemorative stamp. Drew Misham drew his last breath just the other day. However, the motive for his murder was already 7 years old. 7 years old? The client who requested this forgery was very cautious. He tried to erase anything and anyone with connections to the forgery to keep them from talking. But he made a mistake. The stamp was a picture of my favorite magicians, so I kept it. Mother took me when I was very young. It was a great magic show. I loved it so much. The killer's time bomb was delayed. The poisoned stamp was sealed within a glass frame, where it sat for 7 whole years. Oh my gosh. Her forehead. Do you understand what you're telling us? The one who schemed up the forged diary page was the one who poisoned the stamp. And it was Phoenix Wright who presented the forged evidence 7 years ago. Adding the two statements together, the one who schemed to kill Drew Misham was none other than Phoenix Wright! Sorry, but that's not how this is going to go down. Oh, then how will it go down? I checked through the records on that case, where I found this 7 years ago, just before the trial began.
Oh boy! Here.
What's this?
I don't know, I just got it over there in the hall. They told me to give it to the old boy in the blue suit with the spiky hair.
And one more thing. I'm sorry to have sprung this on you so suddenly. I received the files from your previous attorney only... I understand I am asking the impossible of you. Yes, well, you haven't really told me what happened yet. All we did was play cards. And that was enough. Phoenix Wright was put on the case the day before the trial started. He didn't have time to request the forgery. The day before. Now here's a question. Just who was Shady Enigma's previous defense attorney? No. This can't all be. But it is all true. There was another man. A defense attorney with a badge on his collar. It was you! Christoph Gavin! This man is evil! What? Why? Order. Did he forge a diary page because he got snuffed out by Zach? What?
What is the meaning of this? Witness, I mean defendant, former lawyer?
Oh my gosh, he's as shocked as I am. Let me begin by denying this. It's easy enough to look up, Mr. Gavin. And impossible to prove if you can't. Attorneys are registered with the court the day before the trial begins. In other words, no record remains in the court. How exactly did you intend to prove Phoenix Wright's claim?
That will be difficult. I'm afraid this line of inquiry won't yield.
No, Clavier! Clavier will now go to our side. I'm sure of it. Her forehead. Are you sure you don't have evidence? What's wrong with Prosecutor Gavin? He looks clammy. Evidence. Evidence that shows this man, Christoph Gavin, requested forgery 7 years ago. Clavier? Just prove it! Clear up these doubts now, or I swear, I'm off this case! He must have thought of some evidence, Apollo. Prosecutor Gavin looks like he's in physical pain. That darkness. I have to pull that darkness out of him. And prove it's the only way I can. What proves Christoph Gavin's link to true mission?
Well, Mr. Justice, you claim Christoph Gavin requested the forgery of Drew Mission 7 years ago. Prove it.
It can be proven. Simply ridiculous. Why even discuss it? This evidence does not... Are you telling the truth, Apollo Justice? I am. Then, I say we give him the benefit of the doubt.
Very well, but if you're wrong about this, then be prepared for a penalty.
Your Honor, you do the defense in injustice. Mrs. Justice is clearly passionate about this claim. Should the penalty not match his... Oh God! Oh no!
I haven't given a penalty like that in a long time. Well, Mr. Justice.
Fine, Your Honor. All I have to prove is any kind of link. Something that ties Christoph and Gavin to Drumism. Christoph Gavin to Drumism. Okay. And I have something that clearly does the job.
Very well, Mr. Justice, pertaining to your evidence. Show us a link between a witness and Drew Mission.
Can I examine... Can I... Letter posted by Drew Mission before dying. It has to be this. It has to be. I am so scared. I don't want to go to jail. Are there any others? No, it has to be this. Oh, please. I don't want to go to jail. Please let it be this. Yes! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. This evidence proves there's a link. That scrap of paper, I'm afraid I can't let you submit that. Is there some problem? There is. How could you possibly have that? You couldn't. Hey, that's Daddy's handwriting. What?
Mr. Wright's handwriting? What is the meaning of this?
I see now. Yes, of course.
What do you mean, of course?
I just remembered I had a visitor yesterday. Phoenix Wright came to my cell. Except I wasn't there. Phoenix Wright? When I returned, I saw he had something of mine in his possession. Of course, I had no intention of letting him get away with reading my private mail.
Mail? You mean this letter was in your cell?
No. However, it appears Mr. Wright has to be cured of his bad forging habit.
Well, if it's a forgery, it's not a very good one. The handwriting's terrible.
This is Mr. Wright's reproduction of what was written in the real letter. Reproduction! When Mr. Wright visited Christoph Gavin's cell, he brought with him a small video camera. What? He recorded his entire conversation with you, Mr. Gavin. And the contents of your personal mail! Regardless, this mockery of a piece of evidence will never be accepted by the court. Evidence based on a video a man with no authority whatsoever claims he took. A man who happens to be an ex-attorney suspected of forgery.
Prosecutor Gavin.
He's accepted it. I think he really accepted it. Prosecutor Gavin?
As embarrassing as this is for me to say, I'm afraid my brother is incapable of making rational judgments at the moment. Your Honor, your decision, please.
No! No! Clavier! Which?
The defense's claim is that...
No! What?
Only actual evidence is permitted in a court of law. Please remove the defense's evidence from the record.
Better luck next time, Justice.
Well, we've certainly taken a detour from our cross-examination. But the defense appears to be lacking proof. I'm forced to enter cross-examination of Christoph Gavin at this point.
Apollo, do something! I'm thinking, but without evidence! I don't have anything I can use on him.
Very well. This ends the special witness's cross-examination.
Yes! Yes! Yes, 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 yes!
The show's over, yet the crowd screams for more. Only now do I understand why. Prosecutor Gavin. Frankly, I'm relieved. This has been bothering me for 7 whole years. And I'm tired of the whole youthful angst scene. Now's our chance. Let's clean out the family closet, eh, Christoph? Clavier, you're spinning out of control. Calm yourself before you say something you'll regret. Spinning out of whose control? Mine or yours? Take a moment to consider everything you've built. Your reputation as a prosecutor. Your fame with the masses. You could lose it all, Clavier.
Apollo, did you see that? He's trying to press Prosecutor Gavin!
Prosecutor Gavin, try to remember. What's really important to you? You amuse me, hair forehead. I couldn't forget what's really important to me, even if I tried. In fact, I haven't. Not even once. 7 years ago. Finally. You just couldn't resist, could you, Hair Right? Resist what? Presenting solid evidence? Might I request we put the current cross-examination on hold? The prosecution would like to call a new witness. State your name and occupation for the record. I'm familiar with the trial. I've watched the video several times. Didn't you find anything unnatural about it? You had a witness right off the bat! Unnatural? Well, you did seem unusually well prepared. I mean, Mr. Wright had only just presented his evidence. And the next moment you're calling Drew Misham. It was almost as if... Almost as if... What? Funny, it didn't even occur to me to wonder. But now that I do, I see there's only one possible explanation. Almost as if, from the very beginning, you knew Mr. Wright was going to present that evidence. Correct. I knew that if I applied the usual pressure, Phoenix Wright would eventually come up with that forged diary page. Don't do this, Clavier. I knew because you told me, Christoph! What? What?! It was the night before the trial. Clavier? Christoph? Odd seeing you at the prosecutor's office the day before the trial. Oh my gosh! I won't be appearing in the trial, actually. Huh? Why not? I won't be facing off with you on your first trial, apparently. But in exchange, I brought information. Information? The attorney who will be there in my place tomorrow is not to be trusted.
Don't even give him the benefit of your respect. Listen, I want you to call in a special witness. Then... I wondered about it at the time. How did Kristoff know so much? Prosecutor Gavin. Kristoff, we were supposed to face each other in that trial. A fair fight, brother to brother. I deserved that much. You'd let me borrow the victim's belongings. You showed me all your research on the case.
The victim's belongings?
Which would have included Magnifi's diary, wouldn't it? Mr. Gavin? My, Clavier. You disappoint me. You find trees, yet miss the forest. You're the one missing the forest, Mr. Gavin. You can't sweep this under the rug. Not anymore. Tell me what was going on behind that trial. Why not? I've achieved what I came here to do. I see no harm in a little reminiscing.
Apollo.
I think we're finally going to shine a light on the black belly of this thing, Strucy. We've done everything we could. I hope it's enough. 7 years ago, the day before the trial, I visited the detention center at the request of my client, Sakramori. 2 cards. 1 card. Showdown time. Enough. You lose, Gavin. Thanks for the work. Now go. 1 poker game, and that was enough. To be honest, I don't know what his reasons were to this day. As far as I could tell, he dismissed me as his representation because I lost in a game of poker. I could come to no other conclusion.
Daddy used to say something. If you want to know a man, you have to compete.
Zack wasn't watching his points or the cards. He was watching the man behind the cards, Kristoff Gavin. And what he saw was the devil. I couldn't believe it. Phoenix Wright, a second-rate attorney who relies on luck and bluffs. He dismissed me and went with that pitiful excuse for a man. He deserved to die for that error alone. The Black Psyche locks. Hold it! So the one who requested that forgery was... Oh, I'm not admitting to anything. My point is, these 2 men shamed me, and I could not forgive that. Phoenix Wright and Sakramori both deserved what they got. So you asked Mr. Misham to forge that evidence, so you could win! But then, when you were dismissed as Sakramori's attorney, you used your forged evidence as a trap! You fed me information about the forgery you made. Then you gave your dirty evidence to him. You're free to imagine what you will. My point is that all I had imagined came to pass. Everything went perfectly. This man is a monster! Incredible. If I wasn't laughing, I'd weep. Prosecutor Gavin. Perfectly. You're mad, Kristoff. Stop fooling yourself. What are you talking about, Clavier? Tell me, how did that trial end? Cancelled when the defendant vanished. Ah, I get it. So, Kristoff, you've been living in fear for 7 years! What? You were afraid your forgery would be revealed and your reputation trashed! You couldn't leave things to chance, so you watched everyone involved with the case for 7 years! He always felt like he was being watched. That's what he said, every day for 7 years. But I felt it too. Journalists sure is being watched, end quote. Don't you wonder why Sakramori dropped out after 7 years? Right after coming into contact with me? Wait just a minute. Sakramori was seen by this reporter. How is it possible? Was he alive after being gone for 7 years? Finally! I knew this moment was coming. I just didn't think we'd get here so fast. Zach Romari, gone missing for 7 years. Trucy's father.
What's wrong, Apollo? Go get him!
Right, leave it to me. Allow me to refresh the court's memory. 6 months ago, Christoph Gavin was charged with murdering a mysterious traveler.
I remember him quite well. Shady Smith, was it? Poisoned in a Chinese restaurant. Tragic.
In a Borscht Bowl club. The details don't really matter right now. What matters is that traveler was Zach Romari.
What is it, Apollo?
Huh?
Keep going! We'll talk about it later.
Did she already know? Oh my gosh, Trucy. You have such strains. Sheesh.
Someone please explain this. Mr. Justice, can you explain this?
It all started 7 years ago. The great magician Magnifique Romari's death started it. Magnifique Romari's death and his student Zach Romari, the suspect. Whoever defended Zach in court successfully would be famous beyond belief. Thinking that, Christoph Gavin did the unthinkable. He forged evidence.
Drew mission.
Actually, it was his daughter Vera who really did the work. You took precautions when you had that forgery made, didn't you, Mr. Gavin?
Precautions?
To keep people from talking, of course. These two know too much. Leave them alive, and there'll be nothing but trouble. That's when you planned your poisoning of the forgers. Atroquinine. Applied to a commemorative stamp. But luck was on Mr. Mission's side. The bomb didn't go off.
His daughter. She saved him by taking the stamp. I see.
But that wasn't the only bomb he set up. The Ariadone nail polish, of course! You noticed something when you requested that forgery. When Vera Mission was nervous, she has a bad habit of tendency to bite her nails. Ah, that nail polish was her good luck charm.
She was almost kidnapped once. Since then, she's been, well, you can see for yourself. She refuses to leave the house.
That person gave me a good luck charm when I absolutely had to go outside to text me.
Yes, apparently she received something, a gift. She won't tell me what it was. It was from that client, the one who wanted that note made.
It was his insurance.
Insurance?
As long as she lived quietly at home, there was no danger to her. But what if she had to go outside? If she ran into any trouble, she'd become nervous. And the nail polish would do the rest. His time bomb sat there for 7 years. And then they went off almost simultaneously. This man is a monster! This is just insane! If you're finished, may I return to my cell now? What? I'm not accustomed to standing for such long periods of time. Mr. Gavin! Have you heard a single thing we said? Oh, I listened quite closely to your little tale. Quite an entertaining piece of fiction. What?
Flavie, surely you understand.
We're back to the evidence. The lacking evidence. Nothing proves a link between him and the Atroquinine that took Drew Mission's life. Objection! No! No! What about the restaurant? You killed Zach Romari! To keep him from talking! I killed no man of that name. Read over the report again, if you like. The victim was a traveler, by the name of Shady Smith, about whom we know little else. You can't seriously think I knew he was that particular fugitive. Objection! Okay, then why did you kill him? I plead my right to remain silent. Are you serious? Remember, this court did not convene to put me on trial. The defendant's name is Vera Mission, suspected in the murder of her father. My trial's been finished for 6 months now. He will not escape! I refuse to let him escape!
I'm afraid we have strayed considerably far from our purpose here. This court concurs with the...
What, Judge? What?
It is defendant Vera Mission who is on trial here.
No! But you were doing so well, Apollo!
As long as there is no evidence to support the accusation against him, this course of inquiry cannot find for omission, isn't it?
Objection!
Your Honor, Phoenix Wright spent 7 years collecting this evidence. You still don't get it, do you? Let us assume there was poison in the nail polish. Who then was responsible for causing Vera Mission to bite her nails? What? It wasn't me. I know that much. The one who brought that poison to her lips was you. What? 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 Evidence is everything. There is nothing more. What?
I believe this discussion has reached its conclusion.
Your Honor!
Mr. Justice, you have performed admirably well for a novice attorney. I respect your partner, Phoenix Wright's determination as well. However,
without direct proof, you have nothing. Isn't that right, Clavier? Unfortunately, yes, first off, you're right. That is, you would have been right until now. What? What? Did the news not reach your desk in solitary? The eyes of the nation are on this courtroom today. The jury system! This is a trial case for a new judicial system. What? Phoenix? You just... Did you plan this for 7 years? That's right! I totally forgotten. The juror system! Jurists, you say?
the current judicial system has been deemed too close off from society. This new system attempts to inject the wisdom of common citizens into the law.
Common citizens? Wisdom? Is this some kind of joke? What could we possibly gain by doing this? Entrusting our judicial system to a mindless emotional mob of irrational mouth breathers?
Ooh. Common citizens have something called common sense.
Oh my god!
Common sense is not restricted by the law.
Nonsense. There's only room for two in this court. Me and the law. Keep the riffraff out. Out, I say! But... They're not in court, actually. They're actually watching my video. Oh god, this is creepy! Stop! Oh my gosh, that was so creepy! How can you allow this? Incidentally, the one responsible for making this happen was Phoenix Wright! Phoenix Wright? What? So, everything was leading to this. Of course. Right. 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 Right! Oh my gosh. I won't accept. I can't accept. This is no court. Law. The law is everything. Law is absolute. You'd let ignorant swine sow your court? Kristoff, it's over. Clavier. This law is absolute? You can't be serious. What? Odd. I thought you spent your life looking for loopholes. The law isn't absolute. It's filled with contradictions.
The law is the end product of many years of history, the fruit of human knowledge, like a gem, polished to a gleam through trials and errors. It is this fruit we receive and pass on and face in our time. And it is always changing, growing. Nurturing it is our task as human beings.
Except for you, Kristoff. You aren't changing. You stopped. You're not needed anymore. I couldn't think of anything to say. Maybe because I still haven't seen enough. But someday, I'll know what law is. And I'll fight to change it if I have to.
I see no need to further prolong this trial. This began as a trial of Vera Mission, accused of murdering her father. The painter, through Mission, however, Several other incidents were reviewed, so I seem to have reached a conclusion. Before this court declares a verdict, I await your decision. Jurists of the court, for the death of Duke Mitchum, how do you find the defendant Vera Mitchum? Innocent or guilty? I turn to you now to consider this matter.
The recording has stopped, I guess. October 9, 12:48 p.m. Jurors' chambers. Save here. There are 2 endings if you want. I'm not one that wants to see them both, but... Wait. Can I save here? I don't think I can... I can't save here. This ends the trial for this case. Only the verdict remains to be decided. Defendant Vera Mitchum is currently in intensive care. If a decision cannot be reached today, it may never be reached. The factors involved are simple. Did the defendant poison her father that night? If so, she is guilty. Or was there another reason for Mr. Mitchum's death? Did another person poison him? If so, she is innocent. A panel has been provided for each of you to input your decisions. That is all. Please, wait. Yes, jurist number 6? There's something in the jurist handbook here. Persons involved with the case may not be jurists. That is correct. I've looked into all your dossiers. None of you were involved with the development of the case. With the development of the case? See. Does that answer your concern? It's time for your verdicts. Make your decision in the case against Vera Mitchum. After several years, the truth is ready to be heard. Judge wisely. Judge well. I am for the good endings. She is not guilty. She is Thalassa! She really is! She's alive! And so a verdict was reached on October 9th, 2:14 p.m. The first verdict under the juror system. Innocent. By unanimous decision. The record will show that when the verdict was announced, special witness Christoph Gavin laughed. A laugh louder than any ever heard before or since. A laugh that echoed in the halls of justice, lingering for what seemed like hours. Oh, October 10th, 8:30 a.m., the morning after the trial. In an intensive care ward, a true miracle occurred. Vera Mitchum opens her eyes! We got the good ending, yay! Oh god, no, the Hickfield Clinic, run! You're alive! Vera, I'm so glad
Don't cry, Apollo! I'm happy too, and proud. You did well, Apollo. When I thought about putting Vera,
Hey, now, don't you start crying too. I'm sorry you had to see us like this. Vera?
Thank you so much. Apollo, thank you.
No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have pressed you like that. If I haven't, you never would have bitten your nails.
No, I was wrong. Staying locked inside like that. Clinging to my good luck charm.
Vera.
When I opened my eyes, I saw you. I finally understood. It's important to be a part of the world. To see things with your own eyes.
It looks like that poison has some effect after all. It's killed off whatever was holding Vera back from life.
I knew you'd pull through, Vera. I mean, that's what Apollo was fighting for the whole time. Your future. I won't forget it. Here, let me thank you.
No, really, it's okay. Is she gonna drop...
Oh! Oh, look, it's me! I love it, thanks!
Is that me?
You really captured your essence, Apollo. Well, I think so, at least.
The essence of your being a protagonist.
That reminds me. Do you know where the other lawyer is?
The other lawyer?
Oh, you mean Daddy? Except he's not a lawyer anymore. It's my fault, isn't it? I'm sorry. Oh, no. That's not what I meant. No, it's okay. I'm through looking away from the things I've done. I hope I can look him in the eyes again someday and apologize.
I'm sure he'd be happy to hear that.
He brought all those things for me. I came to visit earlier.
You mean that stack of videos? Mr. Wright's finished watching them all.
You know, I knew my real daddy was alive.
Huh?
I was there 7 years ago, remember? I was the one who helped him vanish from the courtroom.
What? How?
I'm not telling. He promised me that day he went away.
We may not meet again for some time, Trucy. But know this. I will be watching. And one day I shall return. You're the next Grimari after all.
Aww.
Oh, Trucy. In the end, he couldn't keep that promise, could he?
It's okay. Phoenix is my daddy now, even if he can't really play the piano.
That he can't.
Oh, and I've got you too. Even if your voice is kind of loud sometimes.
Glad I made your list.
Hey, come to think of it. Where is Daddy, the one who can't play? Do you know Apollo?
I think he said he had to meet someone.
I wonder. Maybe it's a new mommy. Oh, Trucy. Yes, Vera? I was wondering, could you show him to me once more? Sir Hat, was it? Oh, he's not being knighted. Yet. Here goes. Do an impersonation, Mr. Hat.
Objection! Not loud enough, and I like Miss Magic underwear better anyway.
That's magic panties, Apollo.
So, your memories returned. Okay, everyone be silent. Mr. Wright, was this all a part of your plan too? I don't know what you're talking about. When I lost my memory, I was reborn as Lamarar. But you knew my true identity, did you not? That is why you chose me as one of your jurists. You're thinking into it too much. Besides, there was no guarantee that regaining your memory would make you happy.
Of course it is a happy thing.
For so long, I thought I was alone. But now I know that I have children. 2 dear children. I am so proud of them. This too, I think, is thanks to you. Are you going to tell them? They do not know. Nope. They don't know their mother. They don't even know their siblings. I will go to them when the time is right. Until then, Don't worry, I'll take care of them for you. They're very important to me too. A little annoying at times, but still. I have to keep an eye on her at least. Because I'm the only one who knows how she really feels on the inside. Your bracelet? Yes? I've seen a lot of mysterious things these past 7 years. But your bracelets were the strangest of all. I remember meeting him half a year ago now, in Christoph Gavin's office. The coincidence, my gosh. And then I met you. 2 fates destined to intertwine, and I was there when they crossed. I'll never forget that. Such a small thing, that bullet. Yet it tore who I was away. "10 years ago, during a simple rehearsal. It was a miracle no one died, but I didn't survive that accident. That is why I left the troupe, my family. Now, my memory has returned. I am myself once more. For the first time, I am glad to be alive, Mr. Wright. Speaking of miracles, Vera Mission regained consciousness this morning. I can only hope she's as glad as you are. It is a strange thing, fate. Sometimes a life is taken. Sometimes a life is spared. You know what I've been thinking? People don't die that easily, really. As long as they've got something worth living for. Aww. And that's pretty much the end of my story! For now, anyway. I've still got a long way to go, and this power of mine, well, it needs some work. But there's no hope now. We lost it, but somehow we found it again. That's why people are smiling again. Hope. Yeah, I think I'll keep it at this lawyer thing for a while. Oops, training time. Gotta go. Courts of Steels, here comes justice! Objection! Yay! A beautiful ending!
I'm glad you're staying with the agency, Apollo. It's like I found my long-lost big little brother. Oh, and don't you worry about Drew Kumari. Drew's is on the case. Now that I have this, thanks to Daddy.
Truji Grimari, frankly, I've got my doubts. But Hunt Grimari, now that'll pack him in!
That is amazing! Well done, was a fun adventure. It was amazing! Oh, hi, Clavier. It's not every day you get a trial that rocks harder than one of our gigs, yeah? That's why it's over. The governors are breaking up. What? Really? Newscasts are run on tissues at supermarkets nationwide. You're the real stars now. I look forward to our next jam session. Me too, Clavier. I hope we'll see him again. Oh my gosh, that last case was a roller coaster. Well, it's finally over. You know, thinking about it, I've been a piano player longer than I was a lawyer. Oh shoot, now that everything's sorted, I've got time on my hands. Maybe I'll take some lessons. Maybe I'll take the bar exam again. I want to see you in the courtroom again, Phoenix. I really want to. Oh. Hi, Emma. So, I was standing around eating tacos the other day when I got this crazy idea. What if they were golden? You could augment the crunch, or better yet, make them dig. Ah, the power of science. I thought the preservatives might not be 100% safe. Ah, Emma, you were a blast. I did miss Gumshoe this game though. Golden snack, safe or not, I'm in. I was actually thinking about Cheetos when she said that. Oh, hello. In unlikely event you are wanting Russian feast, come get Borscht Bowl Club. The only thing colder than restaurant is borscht. Duh, but if greater challenge is being required, then come to the hideout. You know who to ask for. I don't think I will ever visit that place again. I'm not a poker player. This was actually a really good start to the trilogy. If this was the first one, I want to see what the second and third ones are.
Oh, hi, little plum.
So, Kentucky Pastries is getting back to its Eastern roots. Spread the culture in there. Yo, boss! Culture time!
Ah!
This is how we write roots, capiche?
Yes!
But we're still about giving back to the people. Yo, boss! PR time! And this is how we write people, alright? Not that Bucky's paying any attention. Oh, kids. Yeah, he'll come around eventually. We did good as Apollo Justice. But sorry, Chinese characters on cake was a fly idea like 3,000 years ago. Believe that? Man, you wanna make it today? You gotta keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's why I made the OG cracker. For real. I know it don't look like no cracker, G. What? You want me to call it the OG muffin? Okay, he did come around, but... I'm glad he's embraced the business. I don't know where all this talk about food is coming from. You ask me, there's only one food, and that's noodles. Noodles forever. I got a new one too. See, this time, I just put a big chunk of salt in the bowl. Why pretend? All those noodles is like the salt. Salt forever!
Harmonica!
The salt is real. Salt and betrayal. No, not betrayal. Oh god, no! Disappear, please! No, 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 no! My exceptionally inquisitive nature has won me unequivocal adornment in my department. You see, they used to call me Wesley Stickler and Wesley Stinkhands. But no longer. I have a new name, one that reflects my true academic nature. Wesley Sicko, reporting. Yes, curiosity is a sickness, and I am the cure.
Why? At least he got the appropriate nickname. Oh my gosh.
I don't know how to thank you for all you've done. Light has returned to my life, and with it, joy. I may have lost years, but I have gained a treasure. 2 treasures, in fact. I will think of them when I write my next song.
Oh,
She looks so happy! That is so beautiful! Oh, hello! Brushel, 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 brushel. Brushel here, back on the beat with another interview. How do I feel about how things turned out? No scoop yet, but journalist confidence in mint condition. Het goed! He was not as bad as I expected him to be. He was apparently way more informative than I gave him credit for.
I've decided to keep painting. Originals only, of course. I suppose I'll have to see a bit of the world outside to find what to paint. But I know there are good people out there now. I've met them. Ah! The door is open. The world is waiting. Thank you.
You're welcome, Vera.
Yay!
She did draw portraits of us after all! It is so beautiful! It is so beautiful. And that was the end of Apollo Justice. Ace Attorney! Congrats! You unlocked a special bonus in the music and background settings screen. The commemorative of Apollo Justice Ace Attorney soundtrack. Hooray! This was a fun game, enhanced by Mia's voices. Continue on to the next game. Nah, not today. We finished, I think we've played enough games for today. Enhanced by my voices, surely. I look forward to the next one. Oh my. I really want to play Dual Destinies, but I shall take a small break of like a month of just playing some things and just chatting with people. I will only go back to streaming once a week, so. But that won't mean that this will be the end of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I want to play Dual Destinies, so if my schedule permits it, I will stream Dual Destinies in June. May will be some good time off. I wanna do some other projects after all. You guys won't expect what's coming. Probably with my track record, I think you will. Anyway, we have reached a glorious conclusion. Secret project? I already spoiled too much. Nah, it isn't that secret if you know my track record. But I believe this will be the end of the day.
Wait, I just realized.
I still have a week left of April. What to do then? Yeah, it's a goal of mine to stream twice a week for a month straight. And I will do that for 3 months. I already got 1. So I will have to stream again next week twice. I will have to figure out what though. So stay tuned for that, I guess. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, everyone. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.